She'll die of old age or something. I don't know. Yo, it won't take like how many times though. So, you know.
Wait, wait, Cass.
Mhm.
Of the what was that campaign? The one with
Oh,
Briar in it. It's also in. Is it how far is it from our area?
Bright. That was like about 3,000 years ago.
Oh damn it! No one knows. No one knows Briar. The Briar was probably my best character so far.
Wasn't that just Dandelion?
Yeah, literally Dandelion ripoff, but I really love acting
And
as
Neil was
Who's
playing
Briar?
Briar was the
Witcher.
bard.
Remember the one
Who's
that
Briar?
who offed himself on the boat? Yeah, that dude.
Yep.
Alright, I was gonna do an intro, but yeah.
Right.
Welcome to today's session 9 of the Ensigns campaign. Is this session 9? I'm just trying to make sure I have everything
I think
marked.
probably.
I
Either session 8 or session 9. Probably session 9. But yeah, that's where from where we left off last time. We're gonna introduce also, the things that you did during the side story that happened that never got recorded. But you essentially were trying to figure out a way how to after arriving in the city of Jasper Gulch, and of course hearing about this individual that could like fix your arms, or rather, give you some prosthetics. You would meet him down the road, right in an alleyway, in an area where you would find a kind of a small shop in an alleyway in a small corner of a man by the name of, what was it again? Willem Direwall. There you go, Willem Direwall, a drow elf, whom, to be perfectly honest, did not have the best qualities as a person.
He is an asshole.
True. But after a few moments, you would find him again once on just exploring around the city, and he would come up with a deal for you to pay him a large sum of money, which you could win via the arena. Unfortunately, during your or using your access into the crossroads, that was the other option. And unfortunately, during during your encounter with the courtiers, another campaign that's ongoing, you lost to their group dynamic, which was quite one-sided, but still, you did manage to lower their defenses quite a lot. I'll say that throughout that fight, a little bit of a push, perhaps, maybe 3v1ing someone as well. That would that would help.
Question: how close was the killing Nassim? Just for reference.
Yeah, he was slow, like 16 HP, I think.
Oh, that's all.
How close was I for killing Jin?
Oh, he was one hit away, like barely, like maybe like below 10, I think, if I remember correctly, and then he got healed.
Yeah, the cleric was
Healed
too
a
OP.
lot.
Jesus Christ.
Why do
It's
you?
more like our healers didn't do stuff.
Yeah, true. SMH, blame Juzzo.
Hey, I don't build for healer.
Yeah, we don't have healer in our.
You have like a side-ish healer almost. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's basically what happened with your little side story. You were defeated by another group. Unfortunately, not winning the spoils of the 20,000 gold that was promised. But
Whatever.
they did promise you, after consolidating with the group, they did promise you a sum of 15,000, since they did not require the gold should they win. So it is only a promise, of course. You'll still have to figure out how you're going to tell Willem all of this. But that is where we start now with our session. as you return back to Jasper Gulch. Unless there's something that you want to do beforehand in the arena zone. If not,
Uh,
you're going back to Jasper.
could we perhaps try to see how the portal works? The crystal portal thing. Do we roll for anything?
You don't need to roll. During your off time, since you were the only one that was awake, I would say that you would step on it and it will just teleport you to the other parts of the arena that has the portal, portal floors.
I mean, like, do I know like where the like source is from? Or where is it? Where can we find it in the world? Where can we like harness it into our stuff like that?
What do you mean?
Like example, there was the power source, right? So where
Yeah.
do we find that power source outside of the world? Like, or like example,
Oh.
the Fey thingy, Fey essence, like that. Like, is there any way that we could harness it to like infuse it with our weapons or like equipment or something? Like, yeah. Do I know that?
Are you talking about the weapon that he had?
No, the portal. Because like, is the aside from the portal, is there any use of that energy or something?
The thing that was powering the portal. Those things,
Yeah.
those crystallized things. The one that you saw during the arena. The one that powered the portal. Was slightly different to the one that Jin's weapon was made out of. Jin's weapon was made out of a crystal, but most formally known as Mana Steel. The crystals that were powering the portals were of a different nature. More so a kind of essence that could power a few things. Mostly kind of mechanical stuff. But also on the other hand, it was once that was long ago, but it was once used to house several creatures in it. Like almost like a jail of sorts. But now that's not being used for that purpose due to the fact of it being an extremely painful experience.
See, 'cause I was planning to know if like, is there any way we could try to like find where those things came from? Like, just have
Uh,
Adrian do the stuff for us.
with your adventures, go ahead and roll perhaps that would be a investigation for one, history for the other. Oh, wow.
Oh,
The duality of man. But essentially what you figure out with what's going on is essentially this is a crystal known as a, oh, I forgot the term that I had for my notes. There you go. These are anima crystals. It is a form of energy that was harnessed once before and used as a kind of jail cells for a certain group of criminals that were highly coveted or infamous criminals. But now it's used as a sort of energy for a lot of magical things. And usually you would find them being made, they're artificially made by mages for the most part. And perhaps you could find them within magic shops.
thank you.
Yeah. We're just waiting for Aldrin to come back, right?
I think
I
it's
was
here.
back. I was back for a while.
Oh, all right. But yeah, you return back to just Jasper Gulch after having after having that conversation with the other group. Alongside with you, Sir Greymoor. Unless, of course, that never happened. I'm not quite sure what was the final verdict of that going on.
The verdict was Greymore goes with us. they get taught the reviving
Revivified.
spells. Yes, those things
Okay.
by Greymore. Actually, wait, to make it easier, what they get is, they get the weapon from me. Fangirl gets his weapon infused. He also get Jin also gets his weapon repaired, which is going later on. They'll also learn the revivify spell and those other spells that they can, which I assume you'll do next session for them. And then in return, we get the gold, assuming they win. I'm probably pretty sure we'll also bargain if they lose, so they're gonna give it to us anyways. And I think that's the deal.
All right. Yeah, so Greymore's with you all the way, and he looks ever so slightly more and more tired as time kind of passes by. And when you return back to the city of Jasper Gulch, or what would be the remains of the city of Jasper Gulch, there you find, a few kind of small shops on the side as you enter, the same ones that you did from before, although much, much lesser than when you actually entered. Let me real quick change the music for that.
I have a
But yeah, you'd be arriving near Southgate, and what would you guys be doing from there on?
I have a question.
Yeah,
Out of character. Did Alrin give the paper to Willem already?
I think he did.
You mean-
Yes.
What paper?
Your notes payable or something.
Uh, it's fucking accounting. Uh,
Did you give it?
Direwall?
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you give it to him?
Did you give him the
That's
the
what I was
letter?
gonna.
already?
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna. One of the first things in order of the session was gonna be asking him if he could wait a bit.
No, question. Did you give it to him beforehand? Before we entered the
No,
tournament?
I was hovering it over because, like, actually, you know what? I guess if we assume that the deal happened, then yeah, if he got his mechanical weapons ready, then he'd have it. Yes, he should have it. Because it'd be stupid if he got nothing. So
Hmm.
yeah.
True.
Right.
So he's using my name for now. Well, I guess.
I mean, he can't really use it because you told him that
No,
he
I think
he would
I
be.
think he can use it. I think he can use it.
Wait. I think he could only use it after he knows the result of the tournament, or if you could pay him up or not, right? Why would he
If we
preemptively use
go
it?
to like into really technical stuff, then it would be like if he doesn't receive the X amount of money in X amount of time, he gets to use the paper. And I'm assuming that the time has passed since we've already failed. We can just leave him to his own devices, and I think he'll just do what we expect him to do. Be an asshole and everything. It'll be fine. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do we do? Question? Did we like short rest while meeting with the courtiers, or did we just like after the fight we talk and we go out,
After
we
the
go
fight, you would have at least gotten a long rest. To recuperate and everything.
So we go back to the inn now, right? Previously, the inn where we previously are. Question mark.
Yep.
So, do we see anyone familiar in particular?
Nothing of the sort. But it is a pretty small city. Broken down. If you've seen anyone here, it would probably be the same people that you saw the first time you went back. The first time you entered Jasper Gulch. The same faces from the side in the south gate selling rations. Salted pork and stuff like that. Similar faces that you've seen before, but nothing of nothing of too much importance. But yeah, where do you guys decide to go?
I asked the party and asked them, do you have anything else to do for the moment, or do we go meet
I'm not
Tyrell?
sure. I actually turned to Edros. You look like you want to start with your smithing career. Yes, you want to head and look for any smiths.
Career. So,
Did you have any luck last time?
what?
Did you have any luck finding any forges last time?
No, I didn't see any.
Well, I guess we can find
I'm,
one.
I'm, I'm just getting overwhelmed that we lost.
Don't worry about it.
No,
We
you
will
were
find a.
You were
We will find a way to get back the
literally
money.
overwhelmed.
Besides, if worst comes to worst, we don't lose any money. That asshole of an elf can do what he
Uh,
pleases.
do you think we could ask him to lower the price? Because
I don't think he's willing to bargain anymore, 'cause since he got the permission to do whatever the fuck he wants.
is there
We
like
could just leave it at that. I
out of
think we
character?
just
Is there no way that you could try like
there. I
you
mean, I
know?
guess there's way to haggle, but I think it'd just be more
No, no, not
like
haggle, but how sure are you that he would give it back? Example, if you pay up, if we pay him the money, like is there a guaranteed way that it would invalidate your previous letter or something? Out of
I
character,
could
by the
just
way.
like mention like if worst comes to worst, I can just talk to the Artificers Guild like please blacklist this guy. Then I guess it'll work.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So also like trying to convince him any further would just be more trouble than it's worth. I think. So it's best if we just move on and help Greenmore into the Everfrost and deal with the objectives.
Wait, does Graymore even want to be in the?
We've just been bringing him along.
I'll
Uh,
actually turn to we just
Greymore
turn to
looks
Greenmore.
like while you're like currently walking. I guess I would imagine, Juzzo transforming. You don't have to take out your wild shape for this. But
Mhm.
you're like transforming into a snake just so he can, or perhaps
Ah,
something to ride on while he's very weak. But he seems to be kind of out of it.
I'm like
No.
Mr. Greenmore, Mr. Greenmore, you're all right.
No, it's just tired.
Do you think you can make a trip with us to the Everfrost? We were thinking that our next mission is over there. And you could hide there because that's a very unpopular place for many reasons.
Do you know anyone from there? Are you perhaps familiar with anyone from there?
Well, I've always lived as a hermit in the woods. A little snow won't change much.
So, are you fine with us traveling there? Do you think you can make the trip?
Of course, it won't be that difficult. Or I can
Well, just
hope.
let us know if anything happens. All right, we are here for you.
Same with you. So long as I can help with these old bones of mine, then I will help.
All right.
And you see him once again just kind of drifting off, like looking out into the forest as you're making your way in the Jasper Gulch. And eventually you'd make it towards Southgate, where the guards kind of notice you. This time around, they don't stop you for anything. They just kind of let you pass. It's the same guards from last time in, and
The one where
yeah,
the one where
but yeah, you come along into the South Gate, and as you make your way inside, you see a small group of people kind of gathering within the center, all seemingly what looks like praying for the most part.
Oh, what are they praying to?
They are praying to the god of storms. Rio here, the god of storms.
that guy. Oh, that guy.
And just start bowing for no reason to Jezzo.
What?
Look at the chat.
Give me all your gold, please.
He gives all-
He agrees. Oh yeah, for context, Edros wrote in chat. He BRB agree on everything the party says.
Okay, so Rio here. Do we know anything
Hold
about
on,
Rio
let's
here?
let's figure out a way to mute Edros.
Do we know anything about Rio here? Is there any information on this for us?
Yeah, he's a very common god and actually is worshipped throughout the entire world for asking for people that are asking for rain, good yields, and stuff like that kind of deal.
Would you be a god to pray to for safe weather during travels?
Yes, he is
Then
exactly that.
I would make a prayer then for safe travels to the Everfrost.
As a where are you like praying? Are you like joining them? They all seem to be just like surrounding this one vestibule that's like in the very center of the town, which you can barely you can see here on the
I'm
map.
actually gonna silence it. I'll look it up.
But yeah, that's
Oh wow.
oh wow.
I guess
Huh?
I won't like go in with them and join them. I'm more like I'll just stand in the outskirts and make like a silent prayer or something.
As you're doing so, you see a member member of the people that are just kind of praying. He has like a very kind of large blue cloak, coke.
Coke.
Yeah, he's like carrying a large blue coke. Hey yo, that's just Pepsi, bro.
I thought you were talking about the drugs. Like holy shit, they just take the drugs to fucking.
Nah,
Blue Coke.
he has a very large kind of blue cloak that he's wearing over his face, and he kind of pulls it down. He sees you kind of just standing there, your entire party, and he kind of moves up to you. Ah, yes, brothers and the nine gods. Um, you are praying to Rio here, are you not?
Uh, I'm like, wait, does he talk to me?
Yeah, he's talking to you specifically.
Yes, I am not very religious, but I figured I'd offer a short prayer.
Ah, that is good. Uh, Perhaps you've heard of the people here sending out donations for the city itself. Perhaps you may lend some for the rebuild of your kind, good heart, of course.
Can I roll insight check to see if he's trying to scam me?
Yeah, go ahead.
It could be just some random beggar like, hey, can I get some money for the church? Like
Um, after kind of looking out at the situation that you're currently in, there seems to be several people here that are kind of hosting this large kind of prayer session in the middle of the town, and he seems to be part of it for the most part. He's wearing the same things as them. He even has an amulet that is dedicated to the nine gods. It's a small symbol of what looks like a sun and like half of a sun and several other things like a balancing scale, a very small balancing scale, a book, a kind of almost like a wrap. What do you call those things? Like a cloth wrap. Several kind of symbols of the gods that's on him. They can only be found within priests and clerics of the nine gods.
okay, so I guess I'll just offer him. What's the usual amount that you'd offer to priests?
Somewhere between 1 copper to 2 silver. That's usually
I'll
the
give him
amount.
my
You just kind of give.
I'll give him my spare coppers, which is 5. So I'll give him 5 copper pieces. Uh,
Yeah.
I assume that he's a priest, right?
Yeah.
While I give him the copper, I ask him. Uh, it's fine. I ask him. May I ask for a blessing? We have a long travel ahead of us.
Oh, where do you think you are heading off to with this travel of yours?
To the Everfrost.
Ah, of course, the land of snow. Yeah, and then you kind of watch him reach out for his amulet and kind of hover his hand over you. Do you know the prayer of Rio here?
I do not, unfortunately.
Then it won't be so. It won't be that hard for you to repeat after me. And you start kind of hearing him do a few kind of preemptive like chants before starting
Repeat the
to
captain.
yeah, he just kind of says like small prayers, like Rio here, guide this man to his journey, allow his seas to allow him calm seas and good weathers, that kind of small deals. And you hear that for a quick moment, until he starts kind of saying actual like prayer passages that you've probably seen or heard. He starts telling you, repeat after me if you would please.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do I like also have to repeat this, or you can just say I repeat it? I can also, just repeat it.
Yes, and you repeat after him, and he goes, Rio here, God of storms, seek us through, allow us passage. This vessel prays for souls beyond the waters and winds creek with mercy. We ask for safekeeping, we ask for calm winds. And as you're repeating this, he kind of blesses you for a quick moment, and that the small kind of you feel slightly unburdened for a quick moment.
Oh,
Got placebo effect, but
like come on, gods exist in this world, all right?
I once traveled with a cleric. Did it?
I'm also I mean yeah. So I guess that's it for me. Anyone else want to do anything? I turned to others like, does anyone else want to make a prayer?
No, I'm good.
And
I
Rose was
speak
probably
in.
talking, but I muted him because he was really loud
I'm
earlier.
sorry. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't mute myself. I look at them and I'm gonna say I'm gonna say in deep speech. May the
Why?
gods hear us. May the gods hear our prayer, for we shall be safe from all the evil.
Actually,
And you
is
just
deep
I,
speech like speech
you
of
just hear me.
the?
Yeah. He
Bass
kind of
boosted.
looks kind of yeah, he kind of backs away from you a bit. I'm sorry, I
It's,
don't quite understand you. I don't
it's a prayer
speak
from
the.
our town.
Ah, I see. You live in the far east, yes.
Yes, far east, northern east.
That's far away land from where you are now. What brings you
As
to Jasper Gulch?
just traveling, defeating some demons. Standard,
We were reloading to
standard
No,
adventure
you,
stuff.
no, you didn't travel here. You teleported here.
I just arrived here. 'Cause, fighting demons and saving the world. Those kind of stuff.
We have not saved the world yet.
Not
These are my
yet.
friends. Yes,
No,
we're
we
all
just
on our way to.
we're tired. We just won from a tournament, so yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Mister Man, have you heard of a guy of a thing called a Vorthilis?
Um, he kind of looks down for a quick moment, like he's trying to he's like pondering. He looks up for you. Sorry, but the name does not ring a bell.
I see. Do you know a Carmine?
Uh, Sorry, we're just priests who travel and ask
Do
for
you have
prayers
any
and
ways of repelling
donations.
demons?
Straight to the point.
No, he's a
He
priest, right?
That's
he
It's a
kind
good
of turns
question.
out, um, we're not, we haven't seen demons ourselves, but
Oh,
perhaps
trust
holy
me, there
water.
will be demons going.
No, no, but
Since the
I
other
would
the
ask.
other continent has demons, I'm pretty sure there's demons around here.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah.
I would ask him is like in like their general education as a priest. Do they have any ways that we know of that could repel demons?
They look like just from your previous knowledges and adventure, they look like the small kind of missionary types that haven't actually made it to like full priesthood.
We're
Like they're
still
doing,
brothers.
yeah, they're basically like brothers. Yeah,
brother.
Brother.
Do they,
that's not the right brother.
Brother. Brother Judlo.
But they just kind of shake their head. They don't know much.
Very well. We will not disturb you further. We have a long journey ahead of us. Thank you for your, uh, thank you for your time.
And
For your
he
prayer.
kind of nods and he goes back into the kind of main group, where all the other civilians are also praying for like good weathers, small rain showers to help with the farms, the fields,
Did
and stuff
the
like that.
did the prayer do anything to Aldrin?
No,
Aaron doesn't
placebo
You
need
will
effect.
to.
know.
Who
Yeah, also
knows?
doesn't need to. I just wanted to do it because I think that's my character would do.
Yo, out of character, I think I could pray that, right? Because Sarah's traveled with Thor Lacur.
Unless you die in
Wait,
that
what?
campaign, they never
But
You're,
happened.
you're still it's you're like living in a weird concurrent timeline where both versions of
no,
Sarah
no, I'm
exist.
basically saying that I once traveled with blah blah blah. But you need to find that out on the prologue. But we
Okay,
don't
like
know the prologue yet.
It's
You've
wait,
so
what's
you've
the
hard.
heard
what's the
you've heard
timeline
that
of?
prayer, but I'm
I
not
don't know
sure
if it
if
works yet.
yeah you're
Yeah.
not sure if it actually works. But
Okay, so
you've seen Thor do some massive shit,
I guess
lightning
Yeah.
stuff.
we'll buy the rations and everything and then head off.
Uh so yeah. No, no. Do we go to your person, the asshole, Darewolf?
Hello.
We don't need to. We don't need to anymore because like you already gave
So
him the stuff.
so did you just scam the courtiers out of their 15,000 gold? You shit.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? We asked
No,
them
we
their
gave.
money.
Yeah, but then no,
No,
they
we're already guaranteed 10k though. Because they just need to kill the
no.
draw.
The
They
thing.
just need to
Okay,
win.
no. The thing is, it wasn't really clarified last session. But here's how like these types of deals work, right? When you're like you're giving like something to pawn, basically in this case to the it's like the recommendation. Since we can't pay him now, he's gonna demand that he gets to use it now because like what is he gonna get in return? We already got the mechanical like prosthetics from him. He has
Yeah, but
nothing.
we
There's nothing to show for it, and we can't just say, "Hey, can you delay, please?" It's like a 15,000 gold prosthetic, right? So it's a huge value.
no.
Item.
Uh, yeah, but
It's
what
hard.
I'm saying
It's very
is,
hard to bargain, and
do you
he's an
have the
asshole.
10k now? That's a
No, we don't
question.
have the 10K right now yet because they haven't finished the tournament. The
Yeah,
10K comes from
but
the
they're
second phase.
guaranteed second though, right?
No, even if they do get second, they're still gonna do the tournament, right? And they haven't finished yet. It's still next session or at least for them. So
Question.
until
So how
then,
would we receive the money then? Like through their Discord, the thingy?
I mean, that's another
Mom,
difficult
Dad,
logistics
stop
thing. But
fighting!
no,
Mom, Dad, please.
we don't need to pay like it's fine. We don't need to pay him now. If we
No,
get the money
no,
later on,
my question is, they agreed that they would give us the money, right?
yeah,
How would we example receive that money if they win? Because we can't just say that, oh no, it's fine, we
we
don't
can't.
need the money
By the
anymore.
way, they can't give us the money until we actually fulfill all their side of the deals, which means
No,
also getting the Faya
no,
things.
actually no. Jin said they would give us the money. They would give us the money upfront as long as we do those things that they demanded us to do. That's why we are
Well,
also doing that.
I mean, whether we get the money now or not doesn't matter because we're gonna. If we get the money now, then yeah, whatever. But let's say we don't get the money now, right? It's fine if the draw elf gets to use the writ of recommendation, and when we do get the money, we'll pay him. If we're away from them, we're gonna come back here anyways to give them the to work on his blade. So eventually things will resolve itself. Basically, what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter if we pay the him now or not. Besides, at the end of the day, I'm the only one who gets the loss here because I'm the one who gave the written recommendation. So even like if anything else happened, it's fine. It's just on me. Like
Uh
at the worst case, I'm just gonna lose my guild rights, like get blacklisted, whatever. But everyone else is fine. You guys are unaffected. So
yeah, but
basically, it's
yeah,
just my problem. I can deal with it.
all right.
I already have like an idea for it, like a general idea of how I'd go around solving the problems. So it's fine.
Yeah, because my plan was we should try to pay him up as soon as possible. So
We don't
like
need to pay
yeah,
him up now. Like it's fine if he gets to use my name for a while. Besides, it's not like he can move out of his shop with all his prosthetics. It's gonna take him like a while to do all the logistics, if you think about it. So don't worry about it. Like, well, if anything happens, it happens. For now, I think it's just best if we just keep on track to the Everfrost because that's like the. Don't worry about it.
it's your
You
thing for being disabled.
Yeah, don't worry.
Hey, yo, what?
Yo,
Huh?
what the fuck?
Yo,
Excuse me?
Yo, that's very ableist of
Hey,
you. That's
yo.
very ableist of you. Oh my god.
Okay, for the I guess for the trip, like for the rations and everything, it's okay if we just like a quick roll over, like we'll buy this, buy that, and then
no,
Oh,
just
yeah.
I have this thought that I
There.
could just
Mm-hmm.
I have this thought that maybe I just slip of my mind. What are the effects if you just kill him or something?
who Greymore?
Um,
No, not Greymore.
well,
Direwall.
There would be quite a few. Quite a bit of backlash, but honestly, I don't think. I mean, my character at least would never do that. So that's one thing. I don't know. I mean, it's your call. But at the end of the day, I'm never gonna agree to that. In fact, I
Yeah.
won't. I'll actually be against it because like that guy's a really smart guy who can work with Warforged prosthetics. That guy should be kept alive because he's a really smart dude. Like even if he's an
You
asshole, he's smart, and I appreciate his
you
intelligence.
respect his intelligence, but
But
not his
not
Yeah,
personality.
that
appreciate.
guy is
I
worthy of
think
my respect.
respect.
Yeah, that guy is worthy of my respect, like intelligence alone. So I would never think of killing him.
right. So what now? Oh, that's over.
Yeah, you're
Hmm.
you're just going out to buy some rations and prepare for your journey, and we'll just do
Uh,
like a quick yeah, saying something.
Andrews has no money. Question mark. Who's gonna treat him?
I
Why
have
does he have no
food.
money? Oh
I
yeah,
have
he
food.
had to buy the battle axe.
I have
I
food
still
on
have
me.
28 gold because I only bought a hand axe, so
Uh,
I can buy the rest for everyone if you
oh,
want.
but you can you lend me some gold, please?
I can shoulder the payment for now, and you guys can pay me eventually. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Thank you, Mister
How
Elfman.
many rations can we buy, or should we buy actually, based on
Um.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
How
How
how far
many?
is the
yeah?
no? How
Um.
far is the Everfrost? Ah, sorry.
From where you are right now, really far.
I mean, oh, so like
But
the
Especially
shortest possible
without.
path.
Shortest
Uh.
possible route that we can go.
So shortest possible route is
Yeah. Let's
going
let's
to
put you to the map.
the magic rail, right? So like you said that the station is here.
The station was where the abandoned lighthouse is.
Yeah, so we go back there. How many days is that? Whew,
Uh.
how many days?
no, we can just have a rail here because we also came
I mean,
from here.
it could be like a drop off only type. I mean, Cass said that the nearest way is here. So if we want to, we
Wait,
really have to go through here.
question: is
Like
it not a
21 days.
two-way trip? Two?
It
Is
is
it not
not
a
a
two-way
two-way
trip?
trip. If you
Oh,
remember last time when you went towards with the lightning rail, they cast an ethereal spell for you to get no clipped up into the surface. So there was
yep.
no way in to
Yeah,
the lightning
the
rail
rune
aside from that.
the rune to go in was here. So basically, entry point is only here. Exit point could be like other places, but entry point is here. So we have to travel
So
like a while
now
more.
that we know that, how do we get back from Everfrost to here? Do
We'll
we?
cross the bridge when we get there. I think it's more like one of those things. But at the very least, we get to solve Mr. Grimore's problem, and that's like the main thing we're doing right now. And at the same time, we can also help. Yeah.
I have an out of character question. Out of
Yeah.
character, it's like a stupid stuff. Example. I'm thinking like the demons are like basing on where Mr. Greymore was last seen, right? Or like where he was, his presence or something is last. So do you think it's a good idea that we go back to the place where we just met him, knowing that the
That
demons might go there?
you're basing it on the assumption that they just know his like life signature or whatever, or it could have been just like maybe hearsay. Maybe someone found him. Maybe someone like found like traces
Yeah,
of
but
his
it's like being
movement.
tracked by the demons or something, right? It's
Yeah,
being
but the thing
targeted.
is, we don't know how he's being tracked. So we could like yes, it could not matter where we hide, or it does matter. We don't know that, so we might as well bring him there either way. We don't know, so it's not good to assume that like the worst case. Because if it's the worst case, then it doesn't really matter. Besides, the man of steel is also up there in the Fey essence, so it's still worth going to Everfrost.
Alright. No, I was just worried about the safety and stuff. Saying
He said he could make the trip. We asked him, so
no safety going back to the lighthouse because no, that's where we spent the
oh, I
night. Or
mean,
something.
we can be fine. I think we can like hire a carriage so it's faster because this is a pretty long trip. It'll take like like weeks.
So, can we like how far is the 7.6 days to Pegabar? Something. Can we like stop by there, or do we just go straight?
You can
We go
stop by there, but it'll take you upwards to, let me see, like, yeah, like exactly 10 days to get to Pegabar.
So, is it possible for us to continuously just go to the lighthouse
If you want to, yeah.
with that?
We just, I'm pretty sure this is like a major like road. There's like carriages that carry us all the way there, right? With no problem.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can just make a trip there. And since it's a well-traveled road, it's probably safe. We don't need to worry about any problems like encounters, whatever. So I think we can just basically, or like, yeah, we just travel the way there, like there, and use the railroad to go to the Everfrost, right close to the Everfrost, and travel from there.
All right.
Can we buy stuff in where? Can we buy stuff near the old lighthouse, or do we just buy everything now here?
I would buy everything now. That's why I said I'd buy the rations. From
So
then like
everything now here to the old lighthouse to near the Everfrost thingy,
yeah,
like all
we
in
can just
one
buy
go.
the rations. Yeah, yeah, no
Okay.
problem with that.
All right. So, the rations here, for the most part, cost very dirt cheap. That being, like 3 copper.
If I buy it in bulk, like it says bulk discount, I buy for the entire party all the way to
Bro,
the
you're
lighthouse.
already
How
poor
much would
and
that
you're
cost?
asking for a bulk discount.
Yeah, they do not have any like discounts or anything.
You're
They're
so
they're taking
poor.
what
So
you
I
don't
have
like
to
think they will.
give.
calculate. I have to calculate. Fine. How many days would this be? Uh, can I
To
just do
head
a straight
towards.
line?
No. You have to follow the actual road. Unless, of course, you
I
want to pass through the mountains and stuff.
Wait, how
I have a
fast? Like,
morbid question.
Uh
Druzo,
huh.
when you transform, what goes back and what doesn't go back?
What do you mean? Hey?
Example, if you transform into a dog,
oh, so
you
you want us to cut off his limbs and eat him
Hey
like
yo.
yeah.
food? I
Oh
don't
That was
think
god. Oh
I
no.
would never join that anyways because like that's just fucking fucked up, man.
What
Like
no, what if?
the
That's
fuck?
just the what?
technically you could do lizard and then you can wait.
No,
He
no,
is a
not lizard.
lizard. Can we cut off your tail
Example,
right now?
no,
No.
example. If you transform into a edible animal like a boar, can we cut off
Bruh.
that
All animals
primordial
are
boar?
edible. Just letting you know, all
Yeah.
animals are edible.
Can we cut off that animal's leg? Then when he transforms back into Druzo, we still got this prosthetic leg, right?
What?
It
It
don't
never
work
says
like
anything
that.
about that.
I mean, even no,
Uh,
even if it was a thing, I don't think we'd ever do that. So,
I mean, you don't know.
I don't know. Sarah's pretty fucked up, guys. I'm just
I'm an
I just,
adventurer.
if
I have
I
to
just,
do what I have to
I
do.
just
basically
look at
what how
Sarah.
wild shape
Look at
works is
Sarah.
if you try to like cut off his leg, that would be enough to actually kill him outright, right? So
Oh,
that would turn him back into his normal form before you actually cut off the leg. So that never actually does happen.
okay.
ah, I see.
Sarah's
So
pretty
it's
fucked up.
21 days to reach this area. Actually, 23 days to the lighthouse around that. So the how many turn that into carriage days? How long will that take?
Carriage days would be 3/4 of that.
Okay, so 23 times 0.75. That's 18, 17, 18 days. So 18 days worth of rations. 18 days worth of rations. Uh, times 4 times 3. 216 copper. That's so 1 gold is 100 copper, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means it's just 2 gold and 2 silver. I'll pay for that.
Wow, money bags.
Yep.
So
And
can you
And
carry
we'll
on?
just load it up. We'll just load up the carriage or something. How much would the carriage cost to rent it?
Um, there is a carriage and a carriage driver. There aren't actually full carriages that you can buy, well, at least within this town.
Oh,
Yeah, obviously.
I have a question. Are since this is a major road, right? I'm assuming there are like carriages that are like merchants. Can we just offer our services in aiding them in their travels so that it would be free for us to travel with them to where they can just can
There
just stop
are
off.
there are very little merchants here, and the small that the few that do stay in Jasper Gulch for a reason because they don't have money.
So how much would it cost to rent then?
Uh, costing to rent a carriage to where were you going, Exter?
Yes.
To the nearest rail, lightning rail.
Yeah, yeah.
Let
Basically here
me
next.
let me let me calculate this real quick.
It's 23 days. No, 18 days in carriage days.
Uh,
18 days.
I have a
Let me
question. Do we pay for the carriage and the driver, or can we pay for the carriage and we would just drive?
you'll pay 9 gold.
Uh, I can also pay for that. So that's 11 gold and 2 silver for me total. I'm fine with shouldering the cost for that. And
Uh,
one
Aldrin,
final thing.
Aldrin, did you include Mr. Gamer for the Russians thingy, or just us?
That's true. I should add the rations for that. So, where is it?
And our secretary is pretty good.
Yeah, you
So
you
good at his
have
accent.
you have your
No,
personal like secretary.
you know what? I have a really a really morbid thing as
How
well.
many more
Oh no.
questions do you have?
I mean,
Hey
example,
yo.
I could just not eat for days. Then Mr. Gamer will just revive me. Bruh.
Uh,
You'll take out his life essence. I don't think that's worth.
you'll actually slowly kill him.
Yeah, you're actually the reason why he's gonna die. Instead of the demons getting to him, it's gonna be you. So that's 2.7 silver, plus 9 silver because I'm also taking that. So that's
Does Mr. Gamer have any money with him? Question.
I don't
No.
I mean, don't have to worry about it. I'll shoulder the costs.
No, I'm
Or
just
what?
asking.
So
No, I'm just asking. Like, how can he like even survive alone?
He's a hermit. He can find he can find his methods.
Right.
So okay, I've deducted my money for the carriage and for the rations. One final thing, do they have Pyra in Jasper Gulch or no?
Not in Jasper Gulch, no.
All right, then we'll make our way then.
All right. Um, as you make your way, taking the carriage with you, and everything, it's a well-traveled road. So let me just do something real quick. Yeah. For the past few days that you start making your way towards Exeter, there isn't really a lot of things that's happening. But somewhere within how many days is this? Somewhere within 13 days, just in front of the small carriage that you're in, that fits about maybe 6 people inside the carriage, you just see something go, and a flame just appears in front of you, and a long sheet of paper slides down into the ground onto the floor of the carriage.
Is this the message that Nassim sent?
Uh-huh.
What does it say?
It says, "Greetings, Ensigns. We cannot find your location, nor do we know where exactly you are. However, the Pyra seems to have sent quite easily, or we are able to at least. If you find this letter, please do respond as fast as you can. We need an update with your situation." And it's marked. Let me real quickly because I've. There you go.
EXO,
Marked
EXO, you
Euclair Glassglow.
Oh, it's from you, Claire. All right. I turn over to Juzzo and actually only Juzzo. Wait, who were the ones who were part of the artificers? I mean, the not artificers.
Everyone but me.
I wasn't
No,
part. I
they
wasn't part.
know. No, but you all know. Look, you clear though.
Yeah, but no, but I'm not part of the actual guild because I didn't join it. So I turned to Edros and Juzzo. I believe this is for you guys. I hand over the paper.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's from the guild that these two gentlemen were in before we left. Long story short, we had to, first various reasons we can't respond to them, but it looks like they're asking for an update. Here's the paper. Hand it over to them.
Did you like uh take up some missions beforehand? That's the only time that they would try to
I'm
ask for an
looking over
update, right?
to, yeah, I'm looking over to the two of them because I don't really care about the guild mission exactly because I'm not really part of the guild.
Yeah, that's on your discretion. So you should reply to it.
I turned to Jezo. Jezo,
Yeah,
I think
just
you're the only one who's actually part of
Well,
of
this
the
is your
guild.
I'm not.
guild. Yeah, this is your guild. So this is really your responsibility, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well,
Plus, we
I
can't really
can.
do anything since we can't accept quests from that guild. We can't go even inside. We can't even go inside the building.
Do you want me to write down a summary of what we saw with the demons in the portal? I can
Let
write it.
just, well, we can let Jazzy do that.
Or Jezo,
Yeah.
yes, you could write it down. Here.
I could do some writing. I'll go. I'll go give them an update.
Do you have a pen? Do you have a link?
Oh
I
yeah,
do.
that's what
Don't worry, I will do my magic thing. You know the
Yeah, just don't tell them you died.
Eh?
I have a question. Just are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed, but I lost my left hand.
Because
Wait, did I
I
lose
was
my right hand or left hand? I don't remember.
There was a right hand, right leg.
so
Both,
how can
both
you
sides.
do you relearn your skill when using prosthetic? It's a really weird situation that I can't relate.
I
What,
think
what
there's
are the
I mean, I
attunement.
don't think very
I
few
think there's
people can.
attunement for it. Yeah, I think there's
I,
attunement, but I'm pretty sure it's attunement, probably.
I think it should be. It's made by Warforged, so it should feel like an actual hand, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just
pretty
actually like
much.
maybe I probably don't feel
What if
what
what
I
if the
called it or
prosthetic
something.
what if the prosthetic forces you to write in Comic Sans? The font.
I'd
Arial
rather have
tells.
no. I'd rather stay disabled.
Here, it's like you just write the paper.
That's your writes in
Does
Comic Sans. And when did you
does
receive the letter?
does the right tool for the right job for the job count? Can I make like a pen and paper for that? Like a pen for
What artisans tools are there? Let me quickly
I
check.
have no idea.
Uh,
Could be RP it so that I could pick up pen maybe.
I'm pretty sure one of the artisans tools allow you to do stuff like that. I'm just trying to remember which one it was.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
Can
Leather
search
work.
as well.
No,
There's calligrapher supplies. Yeah, there is.
huh?
Calligrapher supplies. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, calligraphers,
Cartographer. There's
cartographers
a lot.
tools or calligraphers supplies. Basically,
Yeah.
either one of those.
Painter supplies
Um,
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just make it for him.
You make three of them. Choose.
Do you want the thick pen? You want the thin pen? I also have some ink here. Do you want the invisible ink?
Do you want the
The thing
calligraphy
is,
pen?
If
you
you don't want pen,
yeah,
I also
you have the
write
whole
and
you have the
scratch
whole
the
kind
walls.
of summary, but it's not in Pyra, so you can't really send it instantly. But
I
Perhaps
guess
down
I'll
the
just
way.
keep it with me for a while.
Maybe you know what? Maybe we should burn that. I don't think anyone else should learn that. If we can't sit back.
That is true.
Does anyone can anyone burn it? Does anyone have any cantrips to burn this?
Oh,
someone did, but he died.
Again,
If I frostbite the paper, does it shatter?
Yeah, you can literally like just ice cold. It's just like a sheet of paper that's been in the fridge for way too long. You just break it apart.
Yeah, I freeze it
uh-oh.
with my hands using using frostbite, and then I like tap it, it shatters. Like,
That sound of like. But yeah, you shatter it down, and as you know, you make your way continuously down towards Exeter. You find yourself within the town, a very small town of Exeter.
First order of business. Does this town have any pyro?
pirate is nuts.
I heard this nuts.
Super pyro did.
You would know that Pyra is mostly sold within major cities. At least those that are currently not like Jasper Gulch.
Could be like there could be like a merchant in passing, right?
Perhaps.
At least a blacksmith somewhere.
There is, in fact, a blacksmith in Exeter.
Oh, so
Kind of like a small weapon shop side, out in the open kind of deal. Very small
I'm nudging
forge.
I'm not
I-
like,
yeah.
look at that.
Oh, let's go, 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 go.
There's also gonna
Like
just
praising
go to
eyebrows, yeah,
the
you-
weapons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wanna go, boy? You wanna go?
Yeah, let's go. Just walking, it's super excited.
We're so excited. We're like little children. Oh!
Yeah. But yeah, you guys make your way to the blacksmith, or
Yeah, basically children's toy stuff. We're just going.
yeah, and you make your way there, and there's a kind of balding man with like a really long beard. He kind of turns towards you. Oh, I didn't expect to have customers this early in the morning, but
Sudden question, but may we use your forge for a fee, of course?
oh yes, that's a common thing here with adventurers. So it'll cost you a small price, 5 silver. Then you can do whatever you so desire with it.
I turned to Edras. Could you be the one to pay for this?
Oh,
It's
I don't know.
broke.
I'm broke, man. I can. Can I give you some? I think I was gonna give him. Would you like some clothes?
I don't think clothes. I can forge anything with clothes. I turned to the old man. Do you have any special alloys for sale, perhaps? Black steel, mana steel. Just the when I say mana
Like-
steel, I'm like turn my head's like down. I'm tilting it downwards. My eyebrows are raised. Like mana steel.
The blacksmith just kind of look at you. What was that? Huh? Yeah, but Greymore just kind of looks at you, very off a bit, and he tells you that he doesn't really work with a lot of material
I'm actually
things.
a blacksmith.
Okay
Yeah.
then.
What do we
I
do
guess
now,
we'll
Aldrin?
work on the yes. Do I still have? I don't have any more black steel because I used it to make the hand axe.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Actually, I have an idea. How is my how is Fang's? I still have Fang's blood, right?
Bruh.
Yes, you do.
It's coagulated.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Coagulate.
still have the wait question. You still have the other demon's blood, right? Because there was like two of them.
I think I had to. I no. I think I had to throw it away because it
Both of
was
them.
only your blood. Only your blood is there. Actually, I have a bit. Yeah, I still have a bit. I also have your blood. Okay, so
Can't.
I guess
Oh,
I'll ask if he has some gold. And wait, no, literally gold. Never mind. Just if he has a. Let's see. What's question? What's a good alloy to use or metal to use for jewelries? Like a cheap one, bronze. Does he have
Yeah.
bronze?
Bronze, tin, iron.
Does he have a bronze ingot I can use?
Who are you asking?
The old man in the counter.
Yeah, I have a crowbar. Could you convert it
Wait,
to
wait.
something?
I have two hand axes. I have a faulty hand axe, and I have two hand axes, where one is faulty.
What do you want me to do with it? Do you want me to use the metal?
Yeah, you can use the metal for I don't know.
I have a crowbar. Just in case.
All right. Is it possible for me to melt down one of the faulty hand axes, and then use it to make some rings?
Let me see. Yeah, you can. You can make with the hand axe, you can make at least a ring and probably something another accessory that's smaller.
Could I make like 4 rings in total? Would that be
How many are you melting down?
4 rings? And yeah,
No. How many are you
possible.
melting down with
One
what you
hand
have?
axe. It should be enough, right? Because the hand axe.
One hand axe. Um, if you want at least a decent ring, not like paper thin weight ring, uh, you can only make one and something smaller. So basically, 1.5 rings. It's a pretty you know those kind of thick rings.
What would be
Yeah,
cheaper, bronze or iron?
bronze definitely is an alloy.
I'll get. I guess I'll get enough bronze ingots from the old man to make 4 rings.
All right.
Elden Ring.
That cost.
Let me see.
You
real
make the
quick.
Elden Ring.
Oh no, not
does
the
the
Elden
ring do?
Ring.
What does the ring do? Question mark.
Actually, you'll find out later. Actually, I'll make 3 instead. Sorry, I won't make one for Seraph. Because you know, I'll explain later. You'll see why.
What are you buying again? How much?
I'll make it. I'll get enough bronze ingots for 3 rings, not 4. 3.
Yes.
Rings. He sells them to you, uh, for a little over. Let me see. 2 gold.
Sure. 2 gold and how many silver?
2 gold and let me see this. 2 gold, 3 copper.
Okay. So 2 gold, 3 copper, and then 5 silver for the use of the forge. So 3 copper, 7.
By the end of this,
5,
you're pretty
6,
broke.
2. Yeah,
We're
it's
all
fine.
broke, to be honest.
So I
Uh,
get that, and I pay for this with forge, and I look at. I turn to Edros. Alright, you fix your hand axe, and I'm gonna be busy here for a while. Just leave me to my devices for a bit. I need to focus.
Uh,
And
sure.
yeah, so I'm going to work on the rings, but while I'm melting the bronze ingots, I actually pull out the blood of Feng, the coagulated blood,
The blood of
and
Oh,
I
Fang.
I
just
see.
mix it with the iron
On
or
that's enough to at least
the
coat
bronze.
one ring.
The bronze. I'll mix. I won't like mix all of it. Like what I'll do is like I'll divide the coagulated blood into like four like partitions and put it evenly amongst it. Like mash it
All
evenly
right, all right.
for the 4 rings. It won't like cover it completely. So it's just a mix of blood with the rings. Actually,
Yeah,
the 3 rings. Sorry.
it'll look. The iron, or rather the bronze, will look slightly weird. By the end of it.
That's fine.
But nothing too obvious.
Right. And
But yeah.
I guess that's it for me.
And as you're making the rings, it'll take you some time. But you did buy the materials for it. So what'll happen is, while all this is happening, he's using the forge for a few days. Um, the rest of you are gonna have some downtime.
Edros is also repairing his stuff, right? What else do you want to do, actually, Edros?
I don't know. I want to try to make a magic weapon, but I don't have materials for it.
Yo, we have Jesus in this town.
Oh, actually, if did you bring that up to me? Because if you did bring it up, I can let you use some of my
Yeah,
some of my
I brought
materials.
it. I brought it up to last time. We were at the last city.
I snap my fingers. I'm like, you know what? I actually have the idea of a weapon that you might want to try. I show the lizard spines that I got from that one encounter. You could use
Mm-hmm.
this to make a flail, a morning star, or one of those weapons.
Can
I
I
was actually
put
thinking of making one.
Can I put it on my battle axe?
It would really be weird to add spikes on a battle axe. That's why I was thinking of a flail or a morning star because it does have spikes.
Oh no! Just was like,
Actually,
huh?
don't worry about it, Jesse. Don't worry. Don't worry.
So,
Cass. Can I?
Yes.
Actually, if you want something instead, I slap down the the Sturge Proboscis. You could make a pointed weapon like a rapier with this.
By the way, at this point, as you kind of slap it down, it looks really bad.
Okay, so the
It's been a
Proboscis I take
few
back. Never mind.
days.
The spines should be
You
fine though, because they're outer skins, right? I mean, they're outer like like chitin or
yeah,
whatever.
the spines are fine. They look slightly brittle at this point. But the probosci, they look like mangled up flesh, like some really wet paper.
All right, so I guess I'll take them to like an alchemist or whatever. But in the meantime, Edros, you can use
Cass.
the lizard spines.
Wait.
I'll
Out of
I'll give you the lizard spines right now. By the way,
Yeah,
I'll just
out
out
of
remove
of
them from
character.
inventory.
character, Cass. If I attack, right? If I put spikes on my shield and I activate Shield Master, it uses my shield to try to shove the creature. Would that damage them?
Yes, if
Mm.
you're able to successfully do it, then yeah.
Yeah. Can I? Oh, I'll get the spikes. Like, oh, I have an idea. I tried
Oh,
to put spikes on my shield.
I'm like, I know that look. That's the look of someone who has an idea.
Oh, G, you know me so well.
All right.
And then I go back to forging my rings.
We're both forging stuff.
Yep. So
Um.
Jezza and Sarah.
So, I have here a list of things that you can basically do. With the crafting. Um, the crafting homebrew that I have made, rather
Yeah.
made and rather saw and modified. So
What rolls
what's
do I
going to
have to
happen is you're making 4 things, right?
I'm making 3. Yeah, 3. One shield for him and 3 rings for me.
Those are smaller items, so those will be dexterity. But you are a artificer, so you can use your intelligence instead.
So what do I roll here? Intelligence check only, like a raw intelligence check.
It is Smith Tools modifier, which is your intelligence plus your proficiency modifier. So that's what you need to roll, and you need to roll that 4 times, and we'll see.
4 times or 3? Because I'm only making 3 rings.
Oh, you're only making 3, then 3 times.
And I have proficiency with Smith tools, right? I actually have to add that.
No. The Smith Tools modifier is only intelligence plus proficiency modifier.
Okay, so intelligence plus proficiency modifier. So intelligence modifier?
Yeah, intelligence modifier plus proficiency modifier. How much is that?
And then what do I roll here?
It's
Oh,
just a
that's not
straight D.
useful.
It's a straight D20 plus your Smith's Tools modifier, which is the thing that we did earlier. It's
Oh,
all
so I
detailed
can
in
just-
homebrew.
So I can just do a intelligence roll and then plus my prof. Is that
Yeah,
fine?
intelligence roll plus prof, and you roll D20 plus the thing that you did. So what's your? I'm just asking right now. What is your intelligence modifier?
3.
What's your proficiency
prof is
modifier? 3. So you have plus 6. So it's a 1d20 plus 6. Per jewelry that you're making is gonna cost 1 crafting point each. So you need to roll at least a 10 to a 14. Unless you roll, of course, higher than that. So you need a total of 3 crafting points. So go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and do a first roll. So just a d20 plus 6. 17. That is moderate progress. You gain 2 crafting points, so you only need to roll 1 more. 9. That is no progress. You gain no crafting points. By the way, per roll that you're doing is gonna take you up most to a day.
Okay, so we're just basically checking how many days I take to craft.
Yes.
So,
I'll just keep on
what do
rolling.
we-
Okay, there it is.
Oh,
That should
okay.
be
Oh,
good.
nice.
With that,
Insane.
yeah, you have a lot. So yeah, you basically for 3 days, you work on this the jewelry that you have, and eventually you do come out with that.
Come out as
I
gay.
got the rings. As I have the rings, is actually Juzzo. I'm wondering actually where are you, Juzzo? While we're crafting stuff.
Jezzo was going out to buy a
I went
shield.
to a shop as well, weapons shop.
So you're honest.
What do I roll, Cass? What do I roll?
Let's let's do Jezzo first because it's a quick thing.
That.
But Jezzo, you're basically where the weapon shop is. This blacksmith slash weapon shop, and he sells a he sells a shield for the blacksmith that you're currently with. He sells a shield for 7 gold pieces.
Question, does that person sell weapons as well? Like upgraded
Yeah, he
weapons?
sells. He doesn't sell upgraded weapons. Just the base ones. It's not that good quality, but it can do.
Yeah, I'll buy the shield, I guess.
All right.
It hurt, but I'll buy it.
How much is an arrow?
Simple +2 AC shield.
Why buy when I can make one for you?
Wait,
It will take us how many days?
it'll take longer though.
By the way,
Don't worry about
you
it,
you
I
need to
know.
take out the rations as well for how many days you're spending
Alright.
here.
We can just say that we're buying food from the inn instead. I can also, I mean, someone else's shoulder. Actually, I'm paying too much stuff, but we could just buy food from the inn instead.
True. Yeah.
So yeah,
So
someone
you're gonna
has
make
to
a
pay-
shield instead?
yes, but you have
Yo,
to
could-
shoulder the costs. Yes,
Could you upgrade me?
Yes.
Could you upgrade my weapon? Question.
I can fix it, but I can't upgrade it. Wait, can
So
I
before
upgrade
all
it?
of this is
I-
happening, let's let Ed Rose do his thing. What were you making?
Yes, good idea.
Shieldy spikes.
Shieldy spikes.
Ramus
That
back.
will be
Ramos back.
you'll require 2 crafting points for that.
Is it possible to assist him or no?
If you want to do it, you can roll. Otherwise, if he wants to do it, he'll have to roll.
What do I roll?
It's your It is a. Let me check the shield. That is a Constitution plus your proficiency modifier. So that's your Smith Tools modifier.
Wait. So I have this Cass.
Hmm.
Wait, I'm gonna or this fire this. The benefits. Read the benefits.
While wearing or carrying an object inscribed with this rune, your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses your proficiency with a tool. Ah, so it's doubled.
Yes.
So what's your proficiency right now?
3.
So you have 6 plus your Constitution modifier.
1d20 plus 6.
What's your
Plus-
Constitution modifier?
4.
4. So 1d20 plus 10.
Hell yeah.
And let's just say that
Oh.
you're doing this at the same rate as he is. So that is
Aldrin,
a
yeah.
20 plus. You have more than enough. So you just do this like within a day.
So fast.
And it's not that hard with what little you have. You start kind of pasting these spines. How many spines did you use for that, by the way?
How many did you give me?
I actually don't know. I listed the weight, but I didn't list the amount. Unfortunately.
Oh
Like,
no!
like
It was
2 or
it
3
was
lizards
5
back
pounds.
I
there.
remember.
It was 5 pounds.
Yeah, it's a pound
There's
each.
2 lizards.
5?
So yeah, 5.
5. I'll 5.
All right, it was
5
5. So
1d5 damage.
let me do some math.
Is there a 1d5 dice or die?
Nope.
Oh.
Die.
Hold on. So what happens is you're easily able to put in these spikes. Although they look quite brittle, it will do a bit of extra damage for the meantime while you're using it. So while you're using it with your shield, you get another +2 piercing damage.
Oh, nice. It's fixed. That's pretty good.
Okay, so now the everything is clear. Can I work on the other weapons for Sarah and Jezzo?
Yeah.
Okay, so for Sarah, what do you want first? What was it you wanted? Is it possible to actually to enhance a weapon as an artificer without like magically imbuing it?
Yeah, that is in weapon. That's in the weapon homebrew. In order to upgrade a weapon, that'll take you 25 gold, 2.5 days, and Smith tools.
I turned to Sarah. Do you have 25 gold?
I have 25 gold. Exactly. Yeah.
If you give me
Wow.
all your gold, I can upgrade your your weapon. That's it.
I give you all my gold, and we're broke now.
I look at
Right.
Aldrin like,
Let me just
Aldrin,
calculate how
I
many
can
days
help
this
you.
is.
I can help
then-
Aldrin. 2 boys. I like how Aldrin just smells of fried fish. It smells fish like.
Yeah, like you're slowly cooking and you smell fried fish.
This-
But yeah, you start upgrading his weapon. What are you upgrading?
What am
My
I upgrading,
longbow.
Sarah?
The
My
longbow.
bow.
All right. So
Would
Your
that be Smith's
longbow-
tools? It would be a wood carver's tools, actually, right?
yeah, wood carver's tools. It's
I'm
still
sorry,
the
but
same
that's out of my
rules.
expertise. I'm not the wood carver.
Wait,
I'm a forger.
Aldrin.
Yes.
Oh wait, never mind. I am not proficient with it.
Yeah.
Wait,
work with
don't
that.
you have the right tools for the job thingy? Doesn't that give
But I
you?
don't have proficiency.
I don't have
Ah, I
proficiency as
see.
well. We're not both not proficient.
It's
Unless you
smithing.
want to let us try and break it,
Yeah, so we can't work on it. So
Yeah.
Juzzo instead. Juzzo, you wanted the weapon, yes? The
Ah,
shield.
just a shield.
Wooden shield or a metal shield?
I'll see any type of shield.
Metal it is. What's a good light metal? For
A
shield?
light metal won't do very well with a
You
shield.
can use my hand axe.
It's
I
like,
have
you
a
know
hand
those,
axe.
you know those like buckler shields in Elden Ring? That's what I'm thinking to make.
But those are like mix of wood and a bit of like metal reinforcement.
Cass, how about
No,
how
those are
about Cass? I'm
pure
gonna.
metal buckler shield.
How about I
Yeah.
use two? I have 2 hand axes, right? What if
Mhm.
I use the 2 hand axes to make a shield, like the end to be like a shield, Cut off
Yeah,
the
you
edge,
can
sharp
melt
edge.
down those
Or
hand
you can
axes
smash
that
down.
you
Yeah,
have.
that's also.
Here,
There's
wait.
also
I'm
that.
pasting the image. Give me a second. Where's the .jpg here? Jesus Christ. Why is this link so long?
Your
Christ,
best
Christ.
light material would be tin, but
But here, I'll just actually send the. It's hard to send the link. If you look up buckler shield, you'll find that it's actually pure metal. So I can make a thin shield.
Edros is already offering his hand axes.
Yeah, if you want, I can give you both of my
Okay,
hand
then I
axes.
can. Yeah, I can do that then.
I'll delete my hand
Is it
axes.
enough?
then.
Is it enough to melt it into
Yeah.
buckler shield?
Yeah, it's 2 hand axes.
Yeah,
I'm
two
pretty
hand
sure it's
axes
enough.
basically.
Okay, so I'll go through those.
Yeah, I'm deleting it with advantage. Somehow, win.
Okay.
For
So
what?
for
I'm
crafting, if
helping.
he's
That's-
helping, how's it work? Is it advantage?
No,
Or
he's just
plus
helping
2.
with the cost, so you don't need to worry about it. Rather for crafting, since you already have the materials, let me see the homebrew again real quick. What would have cost? Let me see. The GP value. Yeah, what would have cost you like 80% of what a normal shield would cost you is just free. So basically, you helped him with the cost.
Okay, so I'll roll instead crafting again.
Yep. You already know your modifier, so it's 1d20 plus 6, and let's see how many days you add to this. A 11. That is minor progress. You gain 1 crafting point. You need 1 more.
And I did.
And
on
with
second
that,
day.
yeah, you do it for another day, and now you've stayed here for at least a week.
So that's 1 week worth of rations and staying at the inn. So can someone shoulder the costs of that?
I will.
Alright. Since it's free, so you please.
Yeah,
broke.
we're out. We're broke. Wait,
We're, like, begging.
didn't you return Sarah's money?
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
yeah,
Other
we-
difficult.
yeah,
We
yeah.
know how much you earn.
Juzzo,
I mean, now how much you have.
Juzzo, let me see real quick how much the cost of this in here is a minimum of 5 silver. So it's 5 silver per day.
10
For everyone?
conversion, right?
Or per person.
Hmm?
Per person or for everyone?
For everyone.
5 silver. Okay, thank God.
So it's a silver each.
5?
Rather not the silver
Um,
each, since there's 4 of you.
Well, how about Mr.
10
Greymore? Is he just gonna live in the
3.5.
outskirts?
Huh?
Right?
Mr. Greymore.
Oh yeah, Greymore's there with you. I forgot.
I mean, he could just stay at the lighthouse area again, because it's pretty near. Actually, we could
Are you
stay at
gonna
the
leave him?
lighthouse.
He doesn't have much food there, and if you remember correctly, he was foraging for his food. So unless you want to hunt
Yep.
for the few days there.
Yeah, it's fine.
No,
we can just-
I could try helping
Yes.
him hunt because I got nothing to do anyways.
Juzzo's
it's fine,
never
we're not
had a
gonna
good
do
time
it.
hunting, but he will try.
Wait, so 5 silver times 7 days is 3.5 gold. Yeah, 3.5 gold.
Do you have the money
You're
for
gonna
that,
have to-
Juzzo?
How much am I
Three-
spending?
3 gold, 5
3.5
silver.
gold.
3 gold, 5 silver? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, this is a side part of the anime. It's just a side episode.
Hunting
3
hunting
gold, 5
wood.
silver.
3
I mean,
gold,
could,
5
could
silver.
could I just try hunting then? I don't have anything to do.
You know what? Yeah, I'll let you hunt as well. So let me see what it
There's
is.
the OVA. Aldrin and Eldros are just, banging on the blacksmith, their hammers. And Jazza and Sarah are just, having a
Every time
time of their lives.
Every time I smash,
Banging.
Oh!
Yo!
yep. Every time I hit the hammer on the anvil, it's like
What type of hammer is that?
the bro hammer.
The sus hammer.
Go ahead and roll me for how many days are you hunting?
Yeah, Aldrin is already taken by Nassim, bro.
I don't even know he was hitting on me. I remember I
much
rolled
days?
No, you were hitting on him.
You took
I
like
wasn't hitting. I was literally just
7.5
acting
days. So each
I-
day you're
I-
gonna
I
start
can hunt.
hunting.
I can hunt for as long as I can.
Yeah,
I
same.
don't know.
The most prevalent that you can find here is
Or
go ahead
rats,
and roll
sewer
me.
rats.
Go ahead and roll me let me see, D8.
Nature? Question mark.
Oh, I heard a cow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go ahead and roll me 7 D8.
Yo, what? 7d8.
7d8.
Yes.
Ooh, 33? 30. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, Jazzer, you're also helping.
Yeah, I'm hunting as
Are you
well, I
hunting
guess.
yourself or are you helping Sarah?
Yes,
see, like,
you
jumping
stab
to a
yourself.
wolf.
We are
Like,
chilling.
Am I
We
helping
are
myself?
You're
we're
like
hunting
hunting.
together.
Duo
With
hunting.
yeah.
It's
So
like the Albinoric archer one.
I will only be taking 8s. So you only managed to hunt
1,
2 amongst
2.
both of yourselves. You managed to hunt 2 very small rabbits, which is equivalent to
Oh.
let me see how many that is, which is equivalent to 3 rations. So that's enough to
Oh.
pay
Or 9
for.
copper. Or 9 copper.
Yeah, that's six rations total.
Ooh, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just
I
sell
mean,
it, you know. You can just sell it.
yeah.
It's like 1 day worth if it's split amongst us all.
Yep. I mean, we
Uh,
should eat this first though, because
Better than nothing, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
True.
So wait, let's say that we ate instead. How much gold would be deducted from the 3.5 gold?
It would be just 3 gold.
Hey,
Okay,
yo, get
so
my 5 silver back.
yep, what a bargain.
Yeah, this is basically downtime episode. This is the OVA.
Yep,
Yep.
it's a
I
spicy
mean, we
wolf
did
episode.
almost die, and then we immediately went into
Is
tournament.
there?
So.
How do you get those +1 weapons? Are those the enchanted? Are those the
Those are
upgraded
basic.
weapons?
Yeah, those are magical weapons.
A
You find
magical
those
upgrade. You
in
can
a lot of
upgrade them as
places.
well, but like it's expensive. Oh, just imagine all the upgrades I could do with 10,000 gold. Man, we should just
I
own the
mean,
tournament.
Wait, do I have my shield now?
You if you bought it, then yeah.
Oh, like,
Oh
Aldrin made
wait,
it for him.
yeah,
Yeah,
Aldrin
Aldrin
made
made
it for
one.
you.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you have a buckler, which is trying to look for it here.
Can you parry with it?
Yeah,
You can parry with
it's a buckler. Go ahead and search it. I think it's a homebrew thing because I don't think actual D&D has a buckler.
Really, even those are really common medieval armament. That's crazy.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this because I don't remember seeing at least a buckler. But buckler is only a +1 AC.
Yeah, bucklers are like light shields. They're like they're mobile light shields.
They're
how heavy
+1
would
and
it be then?
they're 2 pounds.
So 2-8. Let me just 2-8. Call it buckler.
How would you
And
hold
also
it while
put
you're in
1
wild
AC.
shape or like your animal form?
It just morphs into me.
It just and melds with your flesh.
Yep.
Yeah, anything that you carry basically magically disappears almost.
Could you
Nice,
RP it
plus
so that
one.
it like appears like a helmet on your head as a wolf?
Yeah, it turns it like he's a snake. He has a small helmet like around him.
Yeah,
Pretty
like a
nice.
small hat. Because bucklers
How
look
about
like
your
hats,
How about
actually.
your prosthetics though? Do you like keep it with as you transform? Could you
Oh,
like
dude,
RP it?
imagine a wolf with prosthetic limbs. That'd
Yo,
be
that would be so
badass.
cool. It's also living wood, so yeah, it morphs with him.
Oh, that's sick. Actually, that's sick. You'd
Have
look
you
really
seen Have you
badass
seen
in
the
morph
drawing
form.
of Juzzo right now? Yeah, it looks like
Yep.
that.
Wait, where is it? Where is it?
It's in
So
D&D chat,
D&D.
Jeff.
Arts and crafts. Arts and Jeff. Okay.
I
Oh,
think
the
I
30
just
AC.
scroll up. It's somewhere there.
13 easy foggers.
Yes, before your fighting rules thingy, I sent it there.
Okay.
But yeah, now you have a buckler.
Ooh,
That'll up your AC.
nice.
Man,
Nice. By
everyone
1.
everyone has an upgrade, but me. Question.
I
Yeah,
mean, I can't work
we
on wood,
can't. We can't.
unfortunately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both of
yeah,
us can.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
upgraded from Fang.
Yeah.
There is a Fletcher in town as well, so you could have that upgraded from there.
True.
Well,
you have to
but
pay
of
for
course
the
you'll have to
service,
pay for the
and it's
service.
expensive.
Yeah.
How much is it?
That,
Question
it's
mark?
not expensive, bro. It's just 25
It would be 3 gold for the service fee.
It's us 28 gold total. Is it worth? I personally don't think it's worth.
I don't have 3 gold with me.
Yeah, so we can just move on. We've been in this for a week, so we might as well go start moving to Everfrost.
But
I like,
So we're going to
like
the.
we've been here for
Yeah.
a week. Like we know our neighbors now. Oh, hey Jeff.
Yeah, you see the same people. They
To the
like,
bar now.
yeah, like one guy kind of passes you. Oh, hey guys, you want a round of Dragon Chess? Like
Not
several
today, not
people.
today. How's the
Not
kids?
today.
How's the kids, by the way?
Oh yeah, per day they're growing.
Oh, I
Did
can
I-
think a dragon
did
just
I
remember
ever learn?
the last time.
Yeah, did I ever learn Dragon Chess throughout my travels?
I would say that it's not a commonality being played, especially in the regions that you were traveling from.
It's like tic tac toe. Everyone knows tic tac toe.
It's not common. That's what he said. It's like yeah, rip.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess since we're done with that, we can since we have our weapons and everything, we can go to the rails.
Yeah.
Actually, question: distance from the drop point closest to the it's like the drop point that's closest to the Everfrost. From there to the nearest settlement, how far would that be?
I don't have the actual map laid out, but let me see this real quick.
We sent the letter back to Euclid, right?
We can't send it back because we don't have any pyro yet, and they have no pyro here.
Wait, what happened when you crumbled it down though? When you broke it apart?
No, I just broke it so the evidence was destroyed.
On foot. On foot, that would be a month.
Once?
Can we time skip? Question mark.
Are you wait, really a month?
Really? I think. What if we get a carriage?
It'll be basically 30 days. The closest drop point would be the edge of the Aegon Empire near the top left. You see the border
Wouldn't
towards
there be at
the
least a small
area there.
Wait, since it's the end of the rail, wouldn't there be at least a small settlement there?
There are several settlements there.
So we can like get a carriage there.
Yeah, from there
buy
up
rations
till from there up
Okay,
till
so-
towards the edge towards the river, rather the sea, leading to the Everfrost. That would be a carriage.
Oh, I have a question. So do we have ports, right? Question.
Yeah, there are ports in the Empire. as
You
well.
think we could try going to ports?
So wait,
Everyone.
so after we exit the rail, there's gonna be a carriage area there. There's also gonna be food there,
Yes.
But
Okay,
we could
so,
also
and then
could
from
we
there
also
we can just travel. No, because the thing is with the rails, it's instant. It's like just zoom in. like,
yeah,
boom.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's instant. But once we go near,
You're cutting off, by the way.
He's gone. He's completely gone. He died.
Once we and it just fades out of existence. Sarah just dies. If you're still there,
If it's
Give us a
whoever-
sign.
Give us a sign.
If you're still there, give us a sign.
oh hello.
yes.
He is back. And he's
He's
gone
back.
again.
Hello.
I'm like talking with Sarah,
hello.
then Sarah just blanks. Her eyes like turn a pale gray, and then she
Like your eyes roll back.
like slightly concerned. Sarah.
Saro. Sarang hey.
Hey yo. Connection to the world.
Audrey just burst to tears. This is what Feng did.
Question.
Don't explode on me, please.
Yeah, question,
So we're dropping off to the Aegon Empire, right? That's the farthest that the lightning. will
Yeah,
go,
the
right?
edge of the border of the Aegon Empire. That's where
And
the lightning rail goes
Yeah.
to.
and there's a settlement there.
Yeah, there are
Settlements.
several settlements from there towards up to that empty dead zone point.
So can we get how? Is there 2 ways that we could go to Everfrost?
I'm sorry, you cut off at the end there.
I think he's
Do-
asking if
how-
there's a way to go to Everfrost via boat.
Yes, there is.
And how many days would that be?
From boat. Let me see.
So like we pass. Okay, which is faster, man rail or the steel rail or boat?
I mean, the lightning rail will get
Either-
you to the edge of the Aegon
either-
Empire
Yeah,
Immediately.
I'm asking after. I'm asking
Oh, yeah,
after,
after.
either
So
like
Oh,
either
after
carriage or through boat.
either
you keep
Everfrost.
cutting off.
Yeah, so which is
uh,
faster? Like the fastest route to
Wait,
the Everfrost
the
from
fastest route
the.
to Everfrost, which
Yeah, there
is
we go.
which is
yeah,
the best
it's
route.
lightning
Siri,
rail,
what is the best route to
lightning
the
rail, then
Everfrost?
carriage, then a small river boat to the
Okay,
Everfrost.
so we can just and we can just buy food on the way there since I'm assuming there's small settlements we can pass through.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
guess that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're
So
all
yeah,
set.
let me just calculate how many days this would cost you.
Oh, that's so many days.
We need to
Is it
find gold.
does it work with my feet?
Hmm?
Mhm.
Sailor feet.
Feet?
Sailor feet?
You're
Sailor
you're you're not the
It's
one
not
that's
sloppy
driving
feet.
with all of
The
this,
sloppiest feet.
unless you decide to
Yeah.
buy a boat. You know.
No, when you get a free passage on a sailing
Can
companions.
you post that so
You
that
mean the sailor? Is it sailor background or sailor feet? It's a sailor background, right?
Yeah.
I actually got that for my very first campaign as Fat Fuck.
Oh, I remember
hey yo,
that.
I like that character.
But
Wait,
it sucked.
why'd you post it instead of using
It's not
the
on
Using
thing?
shape.
my
Oh, it's not
it's
on your
not on
sheet.
my yeah, it's not on my sheet.
No,
You can
I
I
add
see.
can't
it. You can add
I
it.
can't even add it. I can't
You
add it.
can. You can. No, you can just go to your character sheet, and you see the bottom right stuff like with your feats. You add and like your class features. You can add it there. That's what I do. It's very
Yeah,
long,
Right?
but
there's like a gear button there. I think it's a lock button, something like that. But yeah, you can add it from there, anyways. You might sail on a ship that you served on. On the ship, you have good relations. You can secure free passage on a sailing ship for yourself. Oh wow.
so we can. Yeah, so we'll
You
take
can't
that
be
as the end
certain
of
of
our
a
journey.
schedule. Uh,
So after the magic rail, we take a carriage to the boat, and then Sarah will handle the passage for the boat.
all right.
So how
So
much
it'll
gold will that
take
cost, Sarah?
you. The travel will take you upwards to 14 days.
Oh, that's not that bad.
For today's
And
tools, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
for the cost of the carriage, because you're only taking the carriage, let me see this.
This keyboard sounds so good.
Are you masturbating?
You don't
Stop.
understand, man. Like it took me hours to fix the
What is
stabilizer.
that roll?
40
days?
silver, which is how many gold
4
is
gold.
that? 4 gold.
I turned to the rest of the party. Actually, I turned specifically to Sarah.
Ah, you don't know me? You don't know my goal? But yeah, sure. Like, yo,
You
I'm paying
literally
for the
gave me
boat.
25.
I'm paying for the boat. Question mark.
I paid for the rations on the way to Exeter, just letting you know that. And you know,
Man, I wanna upgrade my
don't
weapon,
worry
but
about it.
yeah.
We can worry. We can get rich later on. For now, we
Also,
have to handle Mr.
time
Greymore.
to figure out rations. You have enough rations for 14 days?
We bought
I have
enough for the trip to Exeter, but we're gonna have to buy some more. So how much are rations there?
I
For
have 10
Exeter?
with me. I have 10 with me.
Yeah, so you can deduct that from the 14 days, but for the rest of you that are going to buy rations here cost 3 copper pieces, also cheap. It's like dead man's
That's a
land out
deal.
here. It's like very cold, like ice sheets.
Uh, Question, from here to Everfrost, how many days as well? 14?
14.
14.
So 14 times 5 times 3. Just the math.
So you can deduct that if you already have like rations on you, just minus what you
How many
have from
rations
the
do you have?
14.
How many rations do you have, Sarah?
10. I have 10.
How many rations do you have, Edros? Okay, he just leaves after. He just leaves after he says his rations. Edros, how many rations do you have?
I have 9.5.
9. I'll subtract 9 then. 9's 27. How about you,
Ah, this secretary is so
Jezzo?
good. How much do we pay him?
Jezzo?
The what?
Jezzo is muted.
We used rations for each day he was crafting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we
I mean, you
paid
bought
for
from the inn. Yeah.
Yeah, we bought from the inn, so it doesn't count.
So it doesn't count. Then I still have 7.
Okay, -7. And for me, I have 8.5, so that's -8. Let's assume that we have 3 days worth of rations each extra, just in case. So I'll leave you guys. Yeah, we'll have extra rations of 3
Ah,
times 4,
Ether just
9,
managing
Yeah,
this.
actual
36.
secretary, bro.
So
So we won't get
Expenses.
disturbed by you, Cass.
we're gonna pay 174 copper pieces for all of the rations. So
That's
if
1
we
gold, 4 silver.
1 gold, 7 silver, 4 copper. So what happens is we are paying this much so that by the time we end up at the Everfrost, we have each of us have 3 rations left.
Oh, look at
Wow.
that.
This dude big braining, bro. Actual secretary.
Wow.
Actually,
So
Oh wait, guys, I have a torch. We could do the pirate thing.
what?
no,
I don't
fires
think it worked
no,
like that.
fire does not
Oh,
like doesn't work like that. Just because it's fire doesn't mean you're gonna burn it. We
it
need
needs
the
to
paper
be.
itself. It's just called pyra because like it does the fire effect, but you don't use the fire.
Right.
So
It's magic
so
paper.
yes, basically. So I'm the one who will pay up the cost is Sarah, please.
Yo,
Before I
so
get
I
this.
need to pay 5 gold, 7 silver, 4 copper.
Why 5 gold?
Because you need the 4 gold for the other thing. I forgot one.
You're right.
Sarah's
Yes, for
forget
the
one.
carriage as well. So yeah, please do. Onegaishimasu.
Ah, yo, you better upgrade my weapon.
I paid
It
like so
breaks.
many gold for the trip. We paid like weeks on the way from fucking Jasper Gulch to Exeter, and this is what I get.
Hey yo.
Yeah, you literally planned for this. Actually planning. I'm actually quite impressed.
Yeah, like
Please,
all the way he's like he has like a bit of sheet of paper, he's like calculating everything, like writing everything down. Alright, this is how much we're gonna spend for today.
So
I,
that's
I,
why
I already
that's why Nassim likes this guy.
it is 5 gold, 7 silver, and 4 copper. Don't me. You literally have more gold than all of us.
Yeah, everyone's broke at this point.
Yeah.
You haven't done
Can't
any
agree.
missions, you've just been traveling, and it's broke, made you.
Yeah,
you
see,
know,
Fine.
just-
if
We'll make our money back in. We'll make our money back in the Everfrost Trust. We'll sell Mana Steel and get rich.
Yeah. There I have news there's been news that there's mana still there. There's also news that there's, Wendigos. Who knows?
Actually, wait. Question. But when we're passing through the Everfrost, do we pass by a large settlement?
and wait, once you like before the Everfrost,
So between the
there are
end of the
several
rail,
small villages and hamlets, but no
is there
actual
a
like
large one?
large anything.
No large.
Nope.
no,
Everything
let's
is
just take
small,
commissions.
like village and hamlets.
Are there any large settlements in the Everfrost? None, right?
There is. There are a few cities in the Everfrost. One in particular you've been to in the other campaign. It's Galemore.
How long is it to
Not
get to
Galemore.
Gilmore? I think it's
That's Wait a minute. That's the old man.
Greymore. You mean? So wait, how many days? Okay, so you said from to the Everfrost, is it like the same duration to reach that large settlement? It's the same number of days, 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're heading to Gilmore then.
So you have Galemore and Greymore. That's gonna confuse me. Watch.
Yes, Gilmore and Greymore. The demon's like Carmine's gonna be like, "Where is Greymore?" He's in Gilmore, sir. What you mean Greymore? No, Gilmore. Where's Gilmore? Wait, Great Gilmore.
This man. Oh god. I remember
Alright.
the old campaign.
Yeah, I remember it too. So I guess we're just
Um,
going there now.
Yeah. Eventually, after this long travel with with Aldrin keeping everything in check every day.
Literally,
Every single thing.
You're like rationing your rations for the entire day because
Yeah,
they're
that's
like
true.
small pork. They're like Aldrin's like cutting it up. All right, this is how much you get for breakfast.
I see
like
someone like
everything.
grabbing a food, like slap their hand, like no. That's for tomorrow.
That's right. No snacks. No snacks.
And eventually you make it to a small boat that hovers over
And
the
Sarah does the
sea.
negotiations.
Yeah, and Sarah
Right.
does small negotiations to which you work on board on board the vessel that you're currently at to, of course, minimize your expenses, leaving you with no expense just for daily work on the ship. And eventually, you make it to the Everfrost, and the closest place that you arrive in is the town
Wanna fight?
of.
I wanna fight someone. I'm gonna cause trouble
Uh,
in this town.
Whoa.
Oh,
Just
you
get sent to
arrive
prison.
in the town of Jorundarholt.
Oh,
Wait, so are we? We haven't reached in Gilmore. I thought we went to Gilmore first. First.
This would be before Galemore is the closest large city, but this is the town before that.
How many days is this? Like in like 11th day, 12th day, or what?
This would be you'd arrive in Jorundarholt at 14 days, and Galemore would be another 3 days out.
oh, fog.
I guess we're. I guess we'll just. You don't have a map for this, I'm assuming, right? Because you didn't plan.
Actually,
Ooh.
as you make
Actually,
it
you
to as your boat kind of rocks down onto the docks, you see the man just kind of point out, all right, be safe. Blizzard's coming past, and you don't quite look like you have a lot of gear on you to keep you warm. So I'd keep that in check. As he says that, you watch as the vessel, starts getting ready to head back to the Deadlands.
is it getting colder?
The Everfrost is perpetually cold.
Can I survive it with this?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, cause
That's why you're wearing a onesie to begin with.
I want to say yeah.
Wow.
It's like I see everyone shivering. Like, you good, bro?
I'm like extra shivering because I'm only wearing the apron. Remember?
He doesn't have anything. Yeah, it's really cold for the rest of you.
I'm
Um,
running to the nearest.
What lizards
clothes
were
shop.
cold-blooded? just
Yo, Greymore vibe check.
By the way,
He's
you know
just-
what
he's just an icicle.
cold-blooded even means? Cold-blooded means that your
Yeah,
body
they'll
your
die if it's
temperature
too
is
cold.
regulated
Oh,
by
I'll
the
die even
outside.
faster.
Yeah, so you need to regulate your temperature outside. The
but
shivering is actually part of your body,
that's just
like you
flavor. That's
your
just
body.
flavor.
It's
Question,
literally part
Greymore
of
vibe check. Greymore vibe check.
Grammar vibe check. Where is he?
Um,
He's left on the boat.
throughout the entire adventure heading off to the Everfrost, he seems to be quite lost, looking out into the just kind of the scenery.
First time.
Why is Grammar with us?
Why
he's
is
just
he
looking
always-
he's just looking someplace to be safe, and I don't think we're
So-
safe here.
once we arrive at Yorandarholt, I ask Greymore, we have arrived at the tip of the Everfrost. Do you want to stay here, or where would you rather stay?
At this point, you watch as he kind of looks around for a quick moment, and he kind of gives you a small nod. You've helped me for a long time now, and I thank you very much. In fact, you've spent so much for me, and as such, perhaps I can leave you with what little I have. You watch him just kind of reach out for his staff that has a few leaves remaining, and he hands it to you.
Ooh,
I am slightly confused. Like,
I'll take
are
it.
you sure? And what? Do you not need this for your spellcasting?
I'll be fine without it. And the ever fru the ever the ever fruit
Sorry. Sorry.
monkey. My time has come. The Everfrost will always stay.
He left his stuff. Literally Uguay. Master!
do, 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 do.
I have the staff. He's also giving me the staff. too.
Yeah, he's giving you the
Yeah.
Master! Promise me, Aldrin. Promise me you will believe.
And he turns into like leaves.
No, it's not leaves. He just turns into snow because we're in the Everfrost.
So he transforms into a turtle and slowly walks.
Yo.
It was actually disguised. He actually disguised himself as a human.
Okay, going back to the story.
Okay, sorry guys, we got distracted. My bad.
What's the
What did Graver say? My bad.
yeah?
Hold on. He hands you the staff and he tells you that he can make it without. And the Everfrost is a large place with a lot of things to take in, and he'll start by doing that now. And as he hands you his staff, he gives you a small nod as he kind of walks down the road leading. You don't exactly know where.
Before he leaves, thank you for the gift, but what does this staff do again?
Give it some time and perhaps a small small time with it, and you will learn of what it can do.
I nod. Very well then. Safe travels, and
Promise
if
me,
you ever need,
Aldrin.
if you ever need to contact us, we are one pyro scroll away.
And he gives you a small smile as he makes his way down
Yo,
the
it-
road.
Because it
Goodbye.
costs gold, right? How can you buy fire?
I'm just saying, we are.
I'm pretty
He can,
pretty
he
sure
wants
he
to.
has. I'm pretty sure he kept gold for himself, you know.
Question: does he have the Discord thingy like Nasir has?
Discord.
I don't think so. No. But yeah, he
Discord?
gives you his staff.
What's
I'm
that?
guessing what he based on what he's saying, I have to attune to it.
Yeah.
Can I attune to more than one magic item? Is that possible?
I think there's a calculation that you have to do for it. Like you'll have to search how many items you can attune to. I think it depends on your Constitution modifier, but I don't remember.
We have 3 spellcasters now. Oh, 2 spellcasters now.
But yeah, he gives you his staff as he walks off into the distance. And as you make it in towards this town, slowly and slowly as you make it into the center, would you kindly do me a favor and put your token
An item can be attuned to only
Here.
one creature at a time, and a creature can vision. It's three magic items per entry.
Okay, so I can okay. Okay, so I can attune to it then.
On ping.
I am
Okay.
thinking yes.
So
Why
are
do I
we in the
have
town?
AC?
Is the
Oh, it's the
town?
wrong one. My
Why?
bad. It's the wrong
Is
one.
the town?
We're in
Give me a
town, yeah.
quick moment.
We just
Uh-oh.
arrived, and that's not good.
That's a good sign.
On the front. Honestly, we're not that strong. Even though we're level 6, we're not that strong, to be honest.
Speak
True.
for yourself.
I'm gonna speak for myself. We're not that strong. Compared to the other group, we're not that strong.
What do you mean? I'm very strong.
As you make it into the town, you see several fires lighting up what little remains in this village. And on the roofs from where you are, for at least the few of you, the one that can see through the darkness, you see orcs burning down the roof with torches and the like. And they don't seem to have noticed you yet.
Yeah.
But you hear on the other side of town, towards the north, several screams in agony.
Oh, what do we do?
I have the thing for this. So I cast the party. Pew.
Pass
Can you see
without
it?
trace.
Ooh.
Damn.
Wait, no. Tracking is different from being noticed by. We're not invisible. It's just that we don't leave behind footprints, etc.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just getting for the +10 stealth check in
Oh, you're
case.
right. That's huge.
So yeah, we
I'm
try
also
to.
actually. I'm going to give Idros an increased advantage on dexterity things with enhanced ability.
Oh, gee, thanks. I wonder why.
And
I wonder
while,
why.
while we're all buffing each other, I'm going to cast a long strider.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
Oh wait, let me look at my spell slots first. Level 6, 3, 4. Okay, so
There's
I'll
a
cast
concentration though.
I'll cast long strider. Let me see this.
What is that?
So-
What do I get?
This one is I'm gonna cast one at the first level. Oh, two at the first level, and one at the second level.
So who gets who?
Everyone gets it.
Alright.
Everyone gets. Let me keep up.
So what
Add
do we
plus
actually?
gains.
What buffs do we have right now? +10 stealth.
With plus 10 stealth, plus 10 movement speed for all of us for 1 hour, and what's enhanced ability? How many did you give it to?
Wait, how many long striders can you do?
It does not have it's.
You touch a creature. Is it a cantrip?
No, I used 3 spell slots.
Oh,
2 on the first level and 1 on the second level.
all right. So you give
And-
the entire group long strider, and Juzo gave Cat's Grace.
Idros.
Pedro's the fish cat.
Alright, so
Catfish.
Edros has
Catfish.
Catfish,
Catfish.
and then everyone, including Edros, has
Alright.
10 movement speed and dexterity.
Alright.
10.
Stealth
we
check
actually-
time. Stealth
we are
check
buff.
time.
Right?
Surely we can't fail, right? Right.
Surely.
It's a
Let's-
plus
let's
10,
avoid
so
confrontation if possible.
So,
So
Plus 10.
so we just sneak.
oh my
It's a
save.
disadvantage.
it's heavy armor.
Oh yeah. Are we not doing that? Do we get advantage because we're not seen?
Cat's Grace.
No, it's just the
Oh,
regular
okay.
stuff.
17, 17.
You have God's grace according to Drizzle.
Oh yeah, I have dexterity advantage.
It's dexterity checks, but is stealth
That's fine.
is stealth part of dexterity?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's advantage, but it's not a
So
natural.
it's a regular roll, so it's 20
Yes,
plus 10.
it's just 20.
Yeah, you get 30 stealth.
We're all
Crazy.
rolling stealth now.
You have disadvantage as well.
He has
You have
heavy armor.
22.
22. That's fine. There's no way we fail. There's no way we fail.
Me.
Unless it's a nat 1, then that's just
Let's
bad.
have 17.
17.
Uy.
17.
Not-
Uh-huh.
not
In
one.
darkness, I
Oh yeah, make sure to set your things to the normal roll
Normal.
if
Yeah.
but they have heavy armor, that's why it's doing that. Anyways.
Yeah.
You have 23. Yeah, all of you are like down on the ground, very stealthy, and like a cloak almost of snow follows you.
And I'm whispering, let us avoid the confrontation, yes?
Why?
We do not know if they are friend or foe, and we do not want to start fights in a strange land we're not familiar with.
All right then. You lead the way.
No, I you know,
Start
I-
backflipping like a ninja.
yeah, we have no sound, right? We have no sound, right? Question mark.
Pass without trace. So they don't see no footprints, and we're just like,
We can't be tracked except by magical means.
Yep.
We leave behind no tracks or other.
As
Traces.
you start
Achoo!
going around the
Choo-choo.
corner, you see a woman getting dragged by a bunch of these orcs down on
Oh,
the
there it is.
snow, and several kind of scratch marks on her. There looks like there's traces of people leaving from the north. Several footprints on the snow itself, heading off towards the north. So this, Aldrin, you'd assume that this one would be like a few that tried to hide. Unfortunately,
okay, so,
they were seen.
what does she look like? This elf here.
She looks like she's wearing like a very long cloak. She has long kind of grayish hair. Probably an older elf. You can see that she has like several small rings on her. And that's pretty much all you can see from where you are.
Is she
Rings?
being taken away or is she being attacked?
Yeah, she's being dragged through the snow by her hair.
I turn to the party. Screw it, let's fight. There's a lady over there.
Question.
woman.
Do we see this? Do I see
Awooga.
this?
Yeah, you guys see that on the roof.
Oh, they're
They
on
don't-
the roof.
They don't see us,
Alright.
right?
They don't see you for now. They look like they're all focused down on that northern path.
So,
Alright, do you guys
so-
want to fight this? Let's take our positions first.
question. If we are to fight them, who do we target and who do we try to who do we focus first?
Since you are ranged attacker, yes, and Jazu as well. Edros can call the rockets up in the front, and we can take out the ones on the roof.
I sure.
Actually, I can help Edros at the front.
Very well. Me and
Very well.
Sarah will handle the ones on the roof.
I go
Is this the thing called
Teamwork?
teamwork?
Finally.
Whoa! You've learned?
Teamwork?
I thought the tournament was all we needed.
So do we get surprise attack?
Yes, you
Yeah,
get
I was
surprise
about to say,
attack.
yes. Let us all attack at the same time, so we get an advantage when we
Ah,
enter the
So we
yes.
I'll attack this. I'll just mark my target.
Same. I'm also attacking this.
I am not
Everyone,
attacking that.
everyone, roll me your initiatives.
We get a
And-
free round, right?
Yeah, you get a free round all to yourself.
Oh, the beauty of coordination.
You didn't click your
I
token.
have
Nine.
21.
Then you have
I have
to reroll.
21.
9. Are you
Fine.
serious?
You're joking. Okay, the front lines are slow.
Front lines are. What's your AC? I mean Dex.
Mine. Let's see.
We have 13. We're both same.
Oh wow.
I have 21.
Go together.
Yeah, you can go first. You can go first.
Sure. Oh
let,
my.
Let Jazza go first. Let Jazza go first.
All right. So, Juzzo, if you want to go first, you can. As long as it's part of your go.
Yeah, all four of us will just take our turns in our preferred order, and
Is
then
that guy's on the roof, right? Those guys on the roof.
Yeah, there's two guys on the roof. The buildings seem to be very tall, like about 20 feet up. The red ones are slightly shorter.
Wait, question. Do we have advantage on our attacks?
Yes, you have unseen attacker, so you have advantage.
I can't reach anyone, can I? Yeah, I can't reach anyone.
Can
Can
I
we say that we all do everything at the same time, so that while they're casting, while they're charging, we can also attack? So it's the same
yeah.
attack?
Yeah.
Aether, can I try to hit the one first? Because maybe I can one-shot him. Then maybe you could target the other dude.
I might not get us unseen attacker though, or I might not be able to catch him unaware.
I see. So, do we just target the same person?
Yes, let us just throw everything at him or 8 and hope it dies.
Alright.
Them.
It.
What's pork?
All right, all of you roll what you want to roll and or move on your go.
All right, let's start with Juzzo and Edros since they're the ones going to charge in the front line.
All right, this is all happening at the same time. So Juzzo and Edros, what do you do?
Let's see.
I really don't want to
I'm
fight
going to.
that. I'll go with
actually,
what Jazz was doing.
yeah, I'm gonna go run over. Not really run, but like walk over here.
Wow, just
And-
walk just slowly walk like a boss.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use this again, which I haven't used in a while. Symbiotic entity. As an action. So
Ooh.
with that, I get 4 temporary HP for each level, which is 4 times 6.
Uh-huh.
So I get 24 temporary HP.
Well, look at that. All right.
That is my turn for now.
All right.
Actually, no. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can I use a reaction like an... No, I don't think I can use a reaction like that. Like an action. Can you?
You can't use a reaction as an action, no.
Like, use it on your turn, no?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can? So, like, I can just use Halo Spores on this guy right here?
Wait, no,
Um,
reaction?
Yeah, a reaction. It's
Can't-
not really
I
an
don't think
action,
reaction
though.
works like that, 'cause
Yeah, I
reaction
don't think
requires-
so.
Can you
Yeah.
put that Halo spores? What's the thing that you need to do for it? When a creature you see moves into a space or starts...
Moves.
No.
No.
Or starts its
Right,
turn.
that's
there.
my turn then.
Yeah.
Alright, that's your go. Edros and everyone else.
I can go.
Arrows.
I can go next. I can go here with him.
As you're walking, you
Uh,
start growing in size.
Cool.
I want to do this. This is 60 feet. I'm a cast
It's about tower.
wall of water on here.
Oh, wow.
Here.
Where?
Fucking avatar over here.
Here.
Yo, does that freeze? Question mark? Or no?
Yeah, you can freeze it.
No, does that freeze? Because that's when.
You
Yeah,
can make a
I
wall
don't
up to
think
30
water works
feet
like that.
long, 10 feet high, 1 foot thick.
Here. It's like this. 30 feet. Basically covering the area
Yo,
where the bear
I think you hid your ruler. We can't see it.
I can.
Oh, really? I'm showing it to others.
Yeah, I can see it. It's right up
Oh,
here.
Yeah, it's
I
here.
heard it.
Can you see my? It's
Ah,
here.
yeah,
The
yeah,
bear.
yeah,
Check
yeah.
the bear.
Yeah.
I
Just
see it.
can you just draw it so that we know that it's there? But you know, in front of you, entire wall of just jettisoning water, just jettisoning up, appears, and as that happens, like they all have this shocked expression as like what's going on. As now, anything else you'd like to do, Edros?
That's it.
All right,
Yeah, it's
Sarah
like a
and
preparing-
Aldrin.
Sarah first.
Start off first. I would move back here. We don't need passing without grace anymore, right?
I mean,
So
it's
I'm
still
just gonna-
there. Oh, you want
Yeah, but with
your concentration? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, you can drop
concentration.
concentration if you want.
So yeah.
For free.
So I'm
I just heard
gonna
that.
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on this dude. This dude.
All right.
Oh wait.
Also, you didn't. Did you
Yeah,
cast it
yeah.
on the spells or in core page?
No, yeah, it's my bad. I didn't click the bubble.
Yeah.
There's mark on that dude. Then I would triple attack because it's my dread ambusher.
Ooh.
And I have advantage, right?
Yes, you
Yep.
have advantage.
Everything has
Everything
advantage.
has advantage.
I'm gonna use sharpshooter for the first 2 attack. If it missed, I guess.
All right, let's see it.
Minus 5. Minus 5.
Yep. Did it process?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, both of those are 19. Wow.
Yeah.
And you hit both. So let's see the damage. Plus 10 damage. Holy.
Whoa.
Holy. Oh,
Do I roll this?
That's 30 damage.
No,
Wait,
it's my
yeah.
sneak attack.
oh, you went rogue.
I went rogue.
Wow.
You went rogue.
As you
wait,
pull out-
I have
Uh-huh.
my hunter's mark. Do I roll it? Do I
You already
overkill
rolled
him?
it earlier. Yeah,
Yeah, 3.
you more than overkill him with as much arrows as you peppered down on this guy with one shot. This guy just gets like a porcupine almost with arrows just in his chest, and you see him rolling down, and the entire like area just starts shouting.
I still have extra attack.
This guy
the
has
other guy.
died. He rolls off.
Can I attack the other guy instead
Can you reach him?
for my extra attack? It's a longbow.
Who are
Right.
you shooting?
This thing, right?
The one on the roof.
Yeah, are you using your sharpshooter with that?
Yeah. It's a miss.
Yep. That one, however, just passes just barely across his face, and you watch him turn towards your direction as everyone seems to have gotten the fact that you're here, and they all seem like they're focused down. They have their eyes set on you now. As Aldrin,
How long will it take to climb this? Or how easy would it be? How difficult?
go ahead and roll. If you want to try, you can roll athletics check.
Not acrobatics?
Athletics or acrobatics. It's moderately, it's a moderate check.
Is this part of my action?
Yeah, it'll be your action to climb.
I guess I'll ask Sarah. Sarah, you think you can handle the other one?
Yeah, I could try. Yeah, I could try gunning him down.
Very well. I just run towards charge towards here.
You think you could try to go near them as much as possible? Cause I need to be sneaky.
Yeah, I'm going the front lens, so I'm gonna stay right beside. So the three of us are making a wall actually
Oh,
of of big-bodied characters, all just JoJo characters appearing out of nowhere.
you
And
do be
let's
JoJoing.
see,
That's what
is
you do.
she hmm she's being pulled by the hair, right?
Yeah, by this one right here.
Is it possible for me to cut off the hair?
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah, if you want to, you can.
All right.
Just don't crit fail, please, cause you might chop her head off.
Yeah, the axe just goes through her face.
Do I still have advantage since it's a free action?
Uh,
Free like a thing out of nowhere because it was
yeah.
a free round. Okay, nice. I won't use the black steel axe because she does not want to get hit by the black steel axe.
Good idea. Good idea.
So
Wow.
I'm going to just throw the regular hand axe. Doko.
Jesus, there's a cockroach pass over me.
Give me a sec because I'm looking at the. I have to put it again. Wait, sorry. I have to get the compendium. Thank God for the compendium.
You're welcome.
That will disappear, by the way, very
I know.
soon.
Oh, wait, for Foundry actually, can you do this compendium thing or no?
I think you can. Yeah, there's modules that you can download, the community made modules and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, wait, let me just delete my old thing. Sorry, should have done this earlier. Do that. Do
Really?
that. Intelligence and +1 because it's returning. Okay, so I'm throwing it to aim for her hair, so she gets freed from the grasps of the arc or whatever this thing is. Looks like an arc. I'm
All right,
sorry,
let's see.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, no problem. You reach out with your hand axe, you toss it off towards that direction, and it kind of spins in the air and slices through a bit of her hair, letting her loose.
I scream, "You can fight! Fight!" And I return my hand axe.
Where's
with
the thing?
sound.
Where's the thing? Oh, good.
Surprise
It is.
round is done, I think.
But yeah,
Yep.
but this, I still got attacks. I have my extra attack because I am a level 5 Forge Adept. So I'll attack again, hitting this dude with my black steel this time. Character sheet though.
All right, let's see it.
It's out
Character sheet Doko.
here. Throw it.
Oh, that's a hit.
Yeah, that definitely passes through, and you can hear chainmail rattling as it hits inside.
Oh, that wasn't the advantage. I mean, it doesn't matter, but
If you want to fish for a crit, you can.
Oh, yeah.
I'll fish for a crit. Where is it?
Why does it have
just
-1?
just roll another.
Wait,
normal-
-1. Wait.
Why is it -1?
Rolling
have
one
minus
plus
one
minus
strength?
one.
You have -1 strength?
Oh wait, I changed.
Plus
Why
one
did
mod.
it change? It's supposed to be int.
You can change that real quick.
Sorry.
Roll.
We can keep this roll and change to the -1 to plus +4 instead. if you
So
want.
it's a 5
+3. Sorry.
plus 3, so it's only 4.
No, +5 because it counters the -1. So it'd
All
be
right.
2 normally with 0 mod +3, so it's 5.
All right. How many damage total? That's 6, including fire.
6.
Yep.
Six
You toss it and it sticks in its chest for a quick moment. You see it burn and it starts speaking in Orcish down at you. Can anyone understand Orcish?
Me.
What?
Let me check actually.
Sarah, you can hear this because you're just within earshot.
I can. Unfortunate. Why does
sorry.
why does the elf know Orcish? What the?
It's my
Something's
feet.
not right. Something's not right.
It's my feet.
Something not
Your
right.
feet? What's wrong with your feet?
What's wrong with your feet?
Yeah, it was orc thingy.
You have orc feet?
Yeah.
But as this axe hits, you just hear something kind of since you're the only
We're
one
the
that can
good
hear
guys.
this. The orc kind of just shouts, "Is that the best you can do? Worthless." As he says
Alvin.
that.
Wait, don't mind that roll. I'm just checking the question regarding the
Oh!
weapon. Wait, sorry. Question regarding
Oh!
the weapon damage roll. Is it?
Uh.
Oh wait, my God! I think I'm stupid. I'm sorry. It looks like I put my damage over Blackstone hand axe as 1, not 1d6.
I see. But
Sorry.
since you're the only one that can hear this, Sarah, go ahead and make me a check to see if you can beat that.
Oh, crit.
I can't.
Crit.
What do I
Sure
roll?
crit. Sure crit.
That would be a charisma check.
Uh-oh.
Crit,
I'm
crit or
dead.
charisma check.
Charisma check.
Let's wish
I
for a
have
crit. Let's wish for
I
a
have a
Charisma save.
uh-oh.
Oh,
That was with advantage, but it was a normal check. It's a 9, so you hear this happening, and this guy just looks menacing to you. He has like chain armor, wearing fur cloak. He has what looks like a large great axe, a spear behind him, and what looks like a very large kind of gash on his arm that came from a monster of considerable size.
Ew.
Ew.
He looks really scary to you, at
Can
least.
I? Can
What
I
happened?
redo my weapon? Sorry, it's for some reason it's broken. It's like not saving the settings.
I don't know. Perhaps it's just roll
Probably
20 being a little bit dumb.
Yeah, I'll just add it in the bench again. Sorry. Could I re-roll the damage for that?
Yeah, just roll in the chat.
Yeah. I'll just let me just try fixing this.
scoff.
Black steel, int, proficient, +1, int, +1, damage 2, 1, fire. Now this should save. How do I click save? It should work. Okay, so this should work now. There.
Yeah, it's working now. So that's 10 damage.
To me?
Okay.
No.
No.
That was
Well,
all
as
his
he's-
damage.
Yeah, as he's screaming the intimidation, I'm like, I like your funny words, old man. I retract my.
Do you understand that? Because otherwise.
No, I say it because I don't.
Oh, right.
And then
What
because. Sorry, what?
No. What happens to me?
No,
I'm done.
you basically got scared.
Sort of.
You're frightened.
What does that mean?
Let me check that real quick.
While you're doing that, I'm just gonna roll the offhand for my hand axe, my last one, because I have the bonus since I'm dual wielding.
Yep.
This
You
one-
are frightened, meaning you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight. You can't willingly
But-
move closer to the source of your fear.
Can I even see him? Question mark.
Right now, if you don't see him, you don't see him.
Yeah,
How do you
I don't see him.
how do you get rid of frighten? Do you like wisdom saving?
Yeah, he rolls that on his turn. At the end of his turn, he can roll it.
Okay. So does 13 hit?
13, which one are you trying to shoot?
I was hitting this guy.
This same guy. 13 misses by a long shot. It flies off into the water, and you can hear like a bear groaning behind that.
Oh. By the way, God, I have 21 initiative +2.
I thought you said AC.
It's like
Whoa.
To an AC.
Can you do me a favor? And in your character sheet, go to the little kind of gear icon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, click the gear icon, and under initiative, it should say initiative modifier.
Wait.
Where do you get initiative from? The initiative +2.
From my Dread Ambusher.
Yeah, so
I get
it's already adding, right?
No, it's blast. I need to add plus with my bonus wisdom.
Yeah, because it
again.
already says here. Oh, it adds to your wisdom as well. What's
Yeah, it's
what's your wisdom?
plus two
Wisdom
as
is a
well.
+2. Yeah. So where's the other +2 coming from?
Uh,
It already says that it's +2 here, so it should already be adding.
I'm trying to look for the feat.
Hmm.
It's in core.
Is it this one?
What is that? You can give yourself a bonus on an initiative roll equal to your wisdom modifier. Yeah, so it already says that it's +2, so it's been adding that already. It says
Right.
here on the
Okay.
initiative modifier it's already 2.
Uh,
Yeah, so that should be good. So it's 19. What's your dexterity modifier?
plus 3.
So that's 16, 17. This guy goes. Let me see. This guy goes after you. You go first.
Right. I just target this guy again.
All right. Go ahead and make
So,
your roll
I'll move my hunter's mark to him. By the way,
on this guy.
as a bonus. Yeah, the roof, the one on the roof.
All right.
Can he see me or no?
He can see you now. He was looking down after that guy fell off the roof.
Alright.
Oh. 22 will hit. A 12 will miss.
Pew.
Ooh.
Arrow
Ew.
flies right into him, hits him square in the chest. He starts bleeding profusely, but he remains alive.
Then I try to move back here. Yeah. I end my turn.
All right. As these ones start seeing the entire battlefield and what's going on, they start rushing down the line towards you. So this is
I
on you,
will-
Jizzo.
I
He
will
does
heal
start his
towards
turn.
him.
All right. So that's your reaction. What does that do? Deal 1d4
1d.
damage.
But I'm level 6 now, and I have
It's a
symbiotic entity.
1d6 now.
And I have symbiotic entity, so I can do it twice. So that's 2d6.
Wow. All right. 2d6. Unless it succeeds on a Constitution saving throw.
So 7 damage unless it's con saved.
It con saves.
Oh wow, too strong.
It's just running down at you, and as it does, you watch as. Let me see how many he can do here. Out of it, from in front of you, he starts kind of casting this spell, and a small floating spear starts
remember this.
floating behind
I've seen
you.
this before.
How does this work?
As I'll just do it as I don't know what I can use as a
It's like the carrying
spear.
weapon from Elden Ring.
Is it something that can opportunity to attack you? Probably not, right?
What do you mean?
It is not a creature, so
Yeah, so
so
it's just like a
now
floating
there's a floating weapon behind you. It's a large kind of spear, just appears out of nowhere.
oh,
And he'll use his bonus action. He uses his bonus action to do that. It goes to attack you.
ouch.
Oh wait. Yeah, roll for damage.
Oh, okay.
No. I won't do that.
Okay.
Do that. Except that. Where is it? Interception.
Wow.
Whoa.
Ooh.
You can use your action to reduce the damage by 1d10 plus proficiency bonus. All right, let's see it. Are you wearing a shield now? You have
Yeah.
a shield now, right?
The spiky shield. Spiky,
Awesome.
spiky.
All right, let's see it.
0 damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, what the?
You just
Bro,
as this kind of spear appears from behind you, you see this instantly, Edros, and you just move your shield into the spear as it just flies off towards the side, hits the roof, and kind of floats back.
So you can do that any number of times. There's no like.
Yep, I can do that any number of
Jesus
times.
Christ, that is broken.
It's a fighting style, so
Wow.
yeah.
Fighting
That
style.
is so good. What?
I just have to
Yes.
sit next to you.
Can
And
you-
now
You handle it.
Yeah, I remove blind fighting though. That's the thing because I leveled up. I remove blind
Oh.
fighting. I have martial
Yeah.
versatility, so I can remove
Uh,
blind fighting.
he
That's
goes
actually really
he
cool.
goes down after that kind of flies off. You watch him reach out for his own weapon.
Right? I'm gonna block it again.
And
Oh wait, that's reaction. You
Yeah, it's
already
a
used
reaction.
Yeah.
he goes
Good luck.
to stab you with the spear of his own. 21.
I can block
Seriously?
that.
221s.
Yeah. How's your 13 AC treating you, bruh?
What a good shield.
It's a
Good shield.
+1 AC. Come on.
That'll hit, right?
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
He goes to just stab you with a spear, and it goes straight through.
I'm
But
gonna
you
cloud
have
on that.
you
Temporary
have a
H-
bit.
Oh, wait.
Oh, all right.
You have-
This
is that not-
you can't use
Oh, that's a
reaction.
reaction. That's the reaction as well. I
Yeah.
thought it was a.
I'm fine for now. I have.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't use the reactions though.
It doesn't go completely through your armor, but it has signs of things going wrong fast.
quite strong.
As
don't
he
know
does that, the rest back here, this one, sees all of this happening, and you watch as he kind of reaches out for the elf on the ground, and will try to grab her once more.
Damn, this guy. This dude.
Guy,
Perfect.
girl. Oh, he. Not very strong.
Because the hair was like cut off. It's hard
Yeah,
to-
no more hair
Yeah.
to cut off. I mean, grab.
Oh, that's even worse.
He just instantly grabs her from the cloak, the large fur cloak that she's wearing.
Come on.
And the orc seems, from this alone, Aldrin, you'd be the first to notice this. Go ahead and roll a insight.
Right?
It's wisdom, right? I think.
My
Do you have
character
wisdom
every-
points?
always disappears every time I try to use it.
What is that?
Maybe I'm just no. I just it's not on my screen whenever I need it. I think I just close it by instinct. What was it?
I just double tap
Or-
it and make it smaller.
Yeah, double tap it, double tap it. It will become smaller.
You notice that
You don't
This,
know that? You've been playing for multiple sessions.
What?
I've been doing that since day one.
wow.
I've been doing that since
didn't know
day
that?
one for Roll20.
That is so useful. What?
Cass taught me this as well.
Wait, you can double tap turn order as well? Oh,
Yeah, you can double tap
Almost
everything on the
everything.
screen.
Nah, this
Holy
is actually the
shit.
biggest revelation of the century.
Anyways.
Yeah, same with the character, by the way. Instead of pressing the settings button, just double tap it as well. It will automatically show token settings.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, you can just shift double click your token.
Yeah. You can also do that.
What?
It's a lot of stuff.
My
I
lord.
can shift double click.
Maybe I should have given you guys a rundown on Roll20 before.
I knew this already as well.
Hey yo. Anyways,
We didn't know. We're sorry,
My
me
life
and
has gotten
Cass.
so much easier.
Wait, you
you
guys close
watch
your
as
tabs?
this guy.
God, maybe that's why they
Let me
don't
see.
save.
What's the inside by the way? What's the?
Oh, yeah. You notice as this one right here seems as though he is trying to figure out a way out, rather than staying and fighting.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, the one that grabbed the elf.
Okay.
So, what now?
The bear even on their side.
As now, this
Think
one
so.
back here starts talking, and only you can hear this. You moved away. Did you move away from last time? I think you were closer.
Yeah,
They
I
did.
moved away.
Oh yeah, you can no longer hear this then.
Uh-oh. Can I hear the echoes?
It's an orc versus an elf. This
Yeah.
is gonna end badly.
With
for this
fire
one, right?
happening, you hear like him talking, but you don't understand anything. As this large orc, he's like comparably larger compared to the rest, and he has like several kind of bones on him, which usually signify, at least to your knowledge, that he is a leader of sorts.
Oh,
If we defeat the leader, like in Elden Ring, they will all retreat.
not all.
I like how we're just comparing everything to Elden Ring.
We're now at the concentrated snowfield.
And you watch as he just shouts in the entire region a battle cry that stirs every creature in the field. Let me see. As now he starts running down towards Aldrin. And slashes down with his great axe.
The second one
Make
doesn't hit.
one attack as a bonus action.
That one hits.
Was that a crit? Oh goddamn! Thanks
Are
for the
you
cloud.
going?
Yes, I will block the great axe. The
No, wait.
You already used your,
Cloud
you-
Rune.
you already used your
Great axe.
reaction though. Did you get
Oh, you're
your?
right. Yeah. It's not his turn yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you haven't
it's only one
gotten
turn.
your turn yet.
The,
well,
the
good luck.
round, but it's a second round, right? It's round 2, so it should be. Wait, no, it doesn't work like that. Okay, never mind.
No, it only replenishes after your turn arrives.
Yeah. Gotcha. It's fine.
Um,
Good luck, bro.
Are you going to block this?
Yes, I will with my hand axe, the second one.
All right, you reach out with your hand axe, and what little you can, you block it. But this much would have gone through 13 damage on you.
13 damage. So now it's
Second
40,
one
right?
misses. Also, since it hits you, a 1d8 damage down on you. Another extra 1d8.
Okay.
And the second one goes through 9 damage. Another 1d8.
Oh my god! Thank God it's doing shit rolls. So that's 22 plus 3, 25.
He
Oh my.
slashes consistently with his axe, and you watch as the rest of the entire field of orcs start having this almost like a blood rage, like saliva starts pouring from their mouths.
Oh, the target now.
As now, Aldrin, it is your go.
Let me take a look at my character sheet again. I can double click. Wow.
Wow.
While you're doing that, Edros, can you click the water wall thing again?
Oh yeah. There you go. No problem, DM.
Thank you.
Oh, I want me to make it more readable? I'll make it more readable.
How can you do that?
Yasuo window.
Here.
After getting
It's
hit
easier.
really badly, I'm
Doesn't
like,
hurt your eyes. This one doesn't hurt your eyes. That's more.
Ah, yes,
The
it's
other one.
racist.
I mean, that hurt me really bad. I'm like, oh, that hurt. But then, right after that, so it's my turn, right?
Yes.
This an open space?
There is an open space beside him, yes.
I'm like, excuse me. And then I target the trying to cut off the cloak so that she can pass through. She can, get through get released.
And as you're doing that, you notice that she isn't really a fighter. She doesn't have any weapons on her. But yeah, you're able to target that person down there.
It's fine. I think as long as I can stall that, that's the main thing I'm looking for. I don't think I'll live very long, anyways.
Is this the flank position, Cass?
No.
I need to be behind. Okay.
Where is this? I'm actually really bad with the character sheets. Very sorry.
What are you doing? Oh,
There
you're
you go.
hand axe?
This-
Cutting off her clothes.
Yeah, you throw.
Yo.
Wait, you're
Wait,
cutting
whoa.
off the cloth or you're
Wrong axe,
attacking?
Sorry, wrong axe. Yeah, I'll try to cut off the cloth. But can you keep the roll? But instead of the black steel, it's just the regular hand axe.
Yeah, no problem. You throw your hand axe and it connects with her cloak, which instantly just gets cut through. And you see this
Cutting
man.
everything.
You see the orc like look down at you, looks very angry.
Oh,
You know
there
what?
it is.
Because he's such an asshole, I'll throw it. I'll throw it at him. I'll throw the black steel at him.
All right.
24.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
And then I recall it.
Wow.
And for my bonus action,
Yeah, all
Wait,
of those hit.
faulty. Sorry, it was faulty. How much damage? What do I do with faulty?
Disadvantage, right?
Damage disadvantage, I believe.
I roll your damage again.
There we go.
5 damage.
Yeah, so that's 5 damage on him plus another 8.
Yep. So 13.
Ooh, you managed to considerably like break apart some of its armor, and you notice that he is looking for a way out with this wall of water just in front of him. He's like testing out if he can pass through it. And is there anything that says here that he can't pass through it? It's difficult
but
terrain.
He can, but it's
He can't test it
Difficult
yet,
terrain.
right? It's not his turn yet, so he's
Yeah.
just getting hit. by
He's
it.
just like like putting his hand through kind of like deal. Alder, anything else you can do?
Well, they're not drawing his attention, but like cutting off that and hitting him. So is he like? Can he still check focus? I'm just like asking.
Yeah, it's just for flavor, but basically, you know, he's trying to do something.
I'm just trying to like make sure to distract him as much as possible. So that's me. That's it.
But as the cloak gets cut and she's like broken loose, she starts running off as far as she
Disengage,
possibly can.
disengage.
She disengages though, right?
Yeah, that's her action, and she
Okay, good. 60.
Ah,
yes.
She's lit.
She's got like, she's got legs, bro. Can I see her? I was like, you can see her thighs.
Yeah, like thunder thighs.
See her feet? She got legs. God damn.
And as she runs around the corner, you see
Oh,
this
God.
orc
Yep.
up here start jumping down.
What
He's
if
gonna die.
How much are those thighs?
Hey yo, he's gonna.
He's like my leg. He breaks an ankle when he lands.
Yeah, no, the snow like helps him kind of land on the floor, and
Actually, wait.
now
I should-
he's
never mind.
going to try and grapple
Grab
her.
This. Yo, how valuable is this person? How important is this person?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow! Unless I roll better than that, then oh, I can't even roll better than that unless it's a crit.
Oh my god.
She is captured once more. With what this time around, this orc's like actually holding her by like by the waist, like just bringing her close.
Whoa.
As now, Juzzo, it is your go.
Alright, I would go heal, but I can't really see Aldrine.
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 So
You're true.
instead I'm going to, with my action, swing my mace at the guy in front of me. That is bad.
Very bad. As you kind of reach out with your mace, and you try and like bonk him on the head, and he just moves slightly out, and it hits like his helmet.
And since I didn't get it, I'm going to try to bite him.
Wow.
Bonus action.
Roar.
A little bit of your wild.
Whoa! What is this?
Oh, whoa.
Growl.
Wait, this is your second crit as a bite. Can you just bite?
7
Don't use your weapons
piercing
anymore, bro.
damage.
It's a one use.
Damn! You go and bite him, and it just goes through what little fur armor he has, and he looks slightly wounded from that like bite.
Oh, you don't gain temporary
Oh,
HP.
hold on.
Do you?
Wait, do I not? I
What's
think I
your-
do.
Yeah, temporary HP is highest. Did you use everything? All your temporary HP?
No?
No, then which is highest?
Eh? Wait, do you not stack temporary HP?
You can.
You don't. It has to be the highest.
You don't? So
Yeah, that's just saying.
I
If
don't
you
get
can
any of
stack for HP, the cleric would be too
Yeah, that's
too OP.
just-
Yeah, he would have been
Get it.
crazy high.
Cleric.
Alright, I think wait, let me just check my symbiotic entity again, because I'm not sure if it counts for this attack or if
Cleric
I can
heals
just-
like 7 per.
Yeah, it's
Your
mostly
next melee
temp
weapon,
HP.
so I can't do extra necrotic damage. That's my turn.
All right. Edros, your go.
Whenever you bite, just saying, whenever you bite, you always crit.
I guess
God
I'm just good at eating.
You do be hungry.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
was
You got
broke
hit
for a
last
while.
time. Go ahead and roll Constitution as well.
All right. My throat. Wait, no, I can. I'll just drop that.
All right, you drop your ability.
Enhance ability.
Yeah, so Edros is no longer enhanced.
No.
I don't want no big. I want to be big. Do I have space? Hopefully I do. Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I look at him. Does he look at me?
Yes, he looks back at
Oh,
you.
I look at him. He looks at me. I look at him, and he looks at me.
And I look at him.
And I attack
Yeah,
with my battle axe. Kachow. That's a miss.
Nice.
Was he affected by the battle roar or the roar like the
Roar.
Just the orcs.
Oh, come on, just give a
I-
little bit of a friendly advantage.
Not I'll another battle axe. Hopefully this one's a bit better.
Let's see it.
18.
18 will hit.
18 will hit. I'll cast it with Fire Rune. That's additional 8 damage. And
He has to make a saving throw for what?
yeah. What saving throw was this again?
Shackled.
Strength saving throw.
Ooh, that's he's very strong. He's not
And
very
he
strong.
fails, he's restrained.
Which
I had-
means that his movement is reduced to 0 and disadvantage on attack rolls.
And I think advantage on
Yeah, you get advantage
attacks.
on attacks to him.
Yeah, look at this.
And then action surge.
And then as a bonus action,
Oh god. It's the big boy time.
it's
Big boy time.
He's
I'm
gonna
not
squish.
a big boy.
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna save
squish
that.
Jozo.
I'm gonna save that. I wanna try this one first. I wanna try to shove him. Does it
Wow.
have advantage? Because he's restrained.
It is if it's an attack, then it is a special attack. So yes,
It's a shove.
shove is a special attack. Yeah.
Yeah, so I shove him. That's 1d. That's I'm proficient
Shove
with
him
the red
where?
slash 1d20 in front of you, beside you, like here. Here,
Oh, foos.
Fusruda.
All right. You shove him, and with your you using your shield, you shove him, and
Plus-
you deal that damage.
18 is a hit.
Whoa.
18 is
That
a hit.
hits. And then
God. The fighter experience.
wait, what is this? Oh, see, fighter, not just hitting, eh? Eh?
So you push him back, and what
I
happens
push him back.
to that?
Push him back 5 feet from me. So whenever he comes near me again, free attack opportunity, baby.
Also, the damage is
Oh yeah, the 2 damage. Heal.
yeah. So he gets like a bit of that spikes kind of go through, and you watch as it pains him ever so slightly, but it does pain him.
Do I get attack of opportunity because I shoved him away from me?
No, if it's a displacement, then you don't do that.
That.
Otherwise, that would work on Misty Step. But yeah, that happens. And on the other hand, as you kind of push him onto the kind of the wall right beside, right in front of Aldrin, you watch him shout out several words.
I can't
Like
understand him.
Like what?
And when he says, you can't hear that, but
Oh.
let's see this happen. This he can only go up to. You watch as on the other side of that wall, a bear starts screaming through.
Oh,
no.
there he goes.
Bear.
40.
Oh, I
So
passed
that
it
was 10. He can
What was
only
that
go
one?
up to here.
It's 20.
That's difficult terrain, right? So that's
Yep, it is.
that was 10. This is another 10, and this another 10. He can only go up to here.
You're welcome. By the way, we would have died. We could have
Sarah.
died there. God damn.
Your go.
Do
Yo,
we need
do
to
it.
retreat? It's so
No.
dangerous.
Do we need to save the girl?
We
Question
probably
mark.
should.
Who knows?
Alright,
Who
gonna
knows?
drop concentration. Cast Zephyr Strike on myself. I still have the effects of Long Strider? Question mark.
Yes, it's 1 hour.
Yeah, so it's essentially the entire battle, unless of
Okay.
course I only
Whatever.
count the 1 hour stuff if it's like a boss battle because it might take longer than that.
I like how you said it like a with a question mark and not saying it like a question. Can I have this question mark?
Like it's chatting. Yeah, you cast Zephyr Strike on yourself and you will.
How
have
do I
all
move
that.
again? So I can. How?
Hey, that's
I-
bad! Exclamation point.
Yo, I can't measure my stuff.
You can
Yeah,
left click
measure.
and then move to where you want and right click before you let go.
Yeah.
Move to
Or,
right
or press
click.
any
Oh,
key. That also works.
I have 70 feet total.
Oh god damn.
If you have 70. Holy crap!
Because of my Zephyr Strike and Long Strider.
Oh wow!
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
have
you
long stride,
you have all of that movement. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Wait,
That's attack
Did
of
you just-
opportunity.
he just
Nope.
passed.
Zephyr Strike.
All right, smart.
Wow.
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 That was bad.
Oh yeah, you don't.
Just like
That's
just like a
smart.
sudden burst of wind, like Jet from Valorant, just passing through.
Pew.
Yeah, he's holding her by the waist, shoot her waist off.
Oh, that's not sharpshooter. So,
No,
you
I'm
could
not
have
gonna
sharpshooter.
sharpshooter.
Yeah,
Nothing
but
this
but,
way.
that hits, arrow flies straight through that orc, and he falls down to the ground, staining the snow red.
Does it die?
Yep.
Yep. It's
Alright, so I
Wow.
still have my other attack.
She saved
Badass elf.
This one.
the general.
Yeah.
180
Oh,
flick.
now you can hear him at the very least. Hopefully you're not intimidated.
Probably not.
Wasn't it this guy?
Oh,
who
wait.
Shouted something?
Wait. Roll me a. What is this?
Okay.
I forgot
Wisdom?
what it's called. It's a wisdom saving throw. Yes.
Do I have advantage because of favored enemy and my favored enemy's orc?
What
Oh.
does the favorite enemy say?
Advantage and wisdom.
Wisdom survival checks. It's survival checks to
Uh,
track. No, you don't have advantage for this. But yeah,
oh,
just
is it this one or that one? The other one.
favored foe. It's you
feature
get
replaces
more
the favorite
damage.
enemy. Wait, this one
You didn't use
replaces the
this.
favorite-
Yeah, favored foe gives you 1d4 extra damage on favored enemy.
Wait,
Wait, no, what?
which one?
Which one did you
Favorite enemy
No,
or
I
favorite
have
foe?
both. I have both on my sheet. I don't know why.
No, favored foe replaces. See, it says favored foe. This feature replaces the favored enemy feature and works
So I
with the
have
foe
favored foe
slayer.
instead.
You
Yeah,
decide.
you decide if you want to keep favored enemy or favored foe.
I'd rather have the favored enemy.
Alright.
All right, so you don't get the favored foe. You can delete that on your sheet. But alternative is All right,
What do I roll again? Wisdom?
yeah, wisdom. Also, it's already
Wow.
12:02. Yeah, you pass, so you're able to do all of that, and you're no longer afraid of him.
I would try doing the sharpshooter. Oh god. Oh no, wait.
Booga
That was
booga.
No, it's just
Do I
straight
have,
up
do I have
minus
sneak
5.
attack? Do I have sneak attack?
No, they see you, and also wait. Yeah,
Oh,
you
this
have
one-
sneak
this
attack
one
on Aldrin, and
Yeah,
this one as well. If you
Yeah.
can see.
Oh no,
him.
this one's covered, right?
Oh, yo!
With sneak attack as well. God,
Sharpshooter,
Minus
sneak
3.
attack, holy.
Oh,
Arrow just
that's
flies
so
straight
big.
through. How much damage is that total?
19 plus 14.
33.
33, yeah.
33, you like size him up and he looks really wounded from that one shot. You see him kind of turn in your immediate direction. He
Why did
looks
Sarah
angry.
do this? Why did Sarah do this earlier? God damn.
Also, who did you pick again? Just to make sure? This guy, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's
With
payback
that,
for
anything else you'd like to do,
mocking a
Sarah?
woman.
Middle finger.
He looks
Bro.
he looks really angry.
Intimidation.
Middle-
Move because he's
Intimidation.
Middle finger in orc, because I can understand orc, so I could do.
Finger in orc.
Hello? Huh?
Finger in orc.
No,
Just your
equivalent.
dick, just
No,
show off
what's the
your dick.
equivalent? What's the equivalent of that?
Just
I
show
would
your
probably. No, I'm a girl. What do you mean?
Just
Whoa.
because you're a girl doesn't mean you have. Doesn't mean you don't have.
Ah,
one,
you're right. You're right. You're right.
The elf poggers.
Hold on, let me check the thing again, the war cry thing.
Let me roll if you have a
Until the
dick.
end, it's until still the start of his next turn, which was last turn, so it doesn't have any more, right?
True. No, wait, huh? No, he still has it. His turn hasn't come yet.
Okay.
Come.
He said
Man, SMH, these guys. Also, it's already 12, so we can continue this next session, or...
Oh, we can fight
Finish
them.
this. I want to know what
Alright,
the
we'll
elf
finish this.
I want to
Alright.
finish this.
what the elf guys do, bro.
He has advantage on attack rolls, so that's an 18. Alright, yeah, that's an 18, so this goes on you, Juzzo, for the spear.
Uh-oh.
Bro.
Oh.
It's a miss. Wait. Let me check
13.
if mine is before the if Cloud Rune
Glancing
is before the
below.
roll.
So
Let me check
you,
if-
you take a full amount of damage from this.
I won't
Eh?
roll for that.
From
Why?
the why did I clicked the wrong one? That's
Yo,
for
you have-
this. No, this is for the
You have-
spiritual weapon behind you.
Yo,
As the
fuck
spiritual
you.
weapon kind of comes around, you just slashes you from behind. It continues on, and he goes for a stab with his own spear, which you take half damage from.
There's nothing. It's before the roll. You're good. You still
You
have 10
take
HP.
how much is that? Halved?
19. 19 divided by 2.
No, that's just 15.
15?
Yeah.
Let's say it.
He takes full
7 and
damage
8.
from the other one, but full half damage from this.
So 4 plus 7, right?
Yeah. No, 4 plus 8 because it's rounded up.
12.
12.
What's the
Or
damage?
we're so
12?
good at math.
12?
Yeah, 12
Yeah,
damage.
12. You still have tap HP, I think.
Imagine just calm down.
This time around, though, you see blood actually coming through.
Oh, okay.
Just a bit of blood.
That's fine. He actually took a lot, actually.
My
What's the
That's-
damage?
symbiotic entity stops.
Wait, what can that do? Can you roll that again? Can you see the
No,
effect for that?
This
What,
guy
symbiotic
will
entity?
start.
Shift double click. Hey.
What? What are you doing?
Wow. No,
Um,
I just want to see the effect. You
oh.
can continue.
Right. This guy is going to start running out actually,
Just 1d6 necrotic. That's pretty good.
and he will make it out.
Wait, you have Hail of Spores. Why aren't you not using it?
Alright, I should probably do that next. Probably should have done that during my turn. Well, it's too late now.
Yeah, that's too late. Yeah.
As
I can't
now
remember my reactions yet.
the
Really?
orc,
Let's. Yeah.
the orc right in front of you, continues to just strike down on you, Aldrin. With-
Yo,
But disadvantaged?
Why?
from
Because of the, what's this, Fire Rune?
Oh yeah. Wait.
he
He's
has
strength saving
disadvantage
throw. I forgot.
on. Oh yeah, he has to make a strength. Is it before or after?
Let me.
SMH doesn't even remember his Fire Rune.
Here. When it's trained by the shackles, the target takes 2d6 at the start of his turn. Wait, that's 9 damage cast.
All right, 9 damage on him.
The target, he needs to do a strength saving throw at the end of each turn. So that's
Alright,
his
so-
no turn.
Huh?
Just roll a strength save. He skips his turn
Really?
to roll a strength save.
No,
Yep.
no.
No. What? No, he still does his turn. It's just he rolls it at the end of his turn.
Yeah.
this dude.
It's free, it's free.
But he what? Oh,
It doesn't say that it
What's-
skips his turn. It's just he does his turn, and at the end of his turn, he rolls it.
Yeah.
oh.
Yes. So he is going to just continue slashing down, which he will miss the first time around. He kind of tries and cut your face. It just hits the side of the building.
Yes,
The second
disadvantage,
time, yes, disadvantage. So that's a
Oh,
19.
it's-
19 will hit, and he slashes down on you
Should I save that?
with
Is-
another
You're not-
of
no.
this.
I might be down.
You're not 5 feet of me. You're not 5 feet, but 5 feet of me.
Probably down. I'm down.
Ah,
As he slashes down on you, Aldrin, you watch as the blood just kind of curls through, and it just stains the entire half of that kind of snow area that you're currently in, as this orc shouts menacingly down to where you are, Sarah.
Do you
is it dark?
Mm-hmm.
You can't see.
But is it night?
Yes.
No, we can tell because we have dark vision.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
tell.
wait?
I
If
can't
it's
tell.
if it has dark vision, I should be invisible? Question mark.
It's just areas that are
There's
lit.
fire. Yeah, there's fire.
Oh,
You not see
but-
the light coming from it?
No, I have dark vision.
We all have dark vision. I think you're the only one who don't have dark vision, Jozo. I can. You know what? I think if we level up, I can give you dark vision. If we level up.
But
this is bullshit,
yes.
man. This orc is bullshit. Can someone fucking
Can't
murder this thing?
move. He has to roll. What does he have to roll?
Strength, please.
Strength saving throw.
It's +6. There's no way he fails. There you go.
Yep, he passes. But that's the end of his turn. Aldrin, you're down. Did you take more than exact damage?
Yes. 23.
You already know what to do.
Oh.
Ruh-oh. Ruh-oh. Ruh-oh.
Have you not used the double click method? Oh my god.
The double click method. The shift double click method? That's it. That's fast.
That's one pass. As
Oh,
the
yes.
elf out here will just continue hiding behind the building.
Oh, well.
This orc
You
has
can't-
died. Juzzo.
I will do the only thing I actually shift double click.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Does it still work if Aldrin's down? Can I still have sneak attack?
No. It needs to be a conscious ally.
Oh.
I can help you with that. I can help you with that.
Let me
Not
check again.
metagaming, but- Not metagaming, but I have an idea.
I see. Yeah, you've seen me do stuff. You probably know what I know. What I want to do something. Yo, are we gonna ignore the big bear or what?
Don't worry, I have an idea as well.
I see.
Trying to do something to it right now.
The idea is to run. Disengage.
No.
Leave Aldrin behind.
We actually downed 2 enemies before someone was down.
He's down. Where's Frank's blood? Let's feed him.
Juzzo, are you gonna take your turn anytime soon?
Oh, you were
by the
waiting for
way,
me. I was waiting for you. I thought you were doing something. I'm going to cast blindness, deafness on level 3,
On Big
so I
Bear.
can use it on 2 people.
Ooh,
Wow.
This guy and this guy.
the bear.
Oh, the bear as
Bear.
well.
The bear and the general. I think.
You have to make
This
a
guy-
Constitution.
Oh, they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Concept, yeah.
What is the
What's
DC?
your...
At the end of each of its turns.
Oh. But it has to make it now,
they
right?
can throw. Yeah, they can make it now, as well.
and then the end of each turns. Yeah.
All right. Constitution saving throw.
What's your
What's the
DC?
Yeah.
What-
War,
has
the,
a
the
16.
war chief
Oh, wow.
absolutely passes.
16.
He just kind of
Big
shouts through it. The bear, however,
Please.
Jesus! Oh, thank God!
blind.
Oh my God! Thank God!
Blind bear.
bear is
Alright.
blinded. Can't
And
see.
deafened.
And deafened as well.
It can't
That is my
hear.
turn.
But they can smell.
He can smell your
That
Tobin.
is my turn. In turn.
smell your fear.
It's only smell. It's fine.
All right.
Body odor.
Edros,
Orenaton!
your go.
Duro! Orenaton! I'm going big, Cass.
Oh, no.
Giant arts! Giant might! Da-dan,
Oh.
da-dan.
He just
Dun,
turns
dun.
massive in front of you.
And then I look at him. Does he look at the elf or look at me?
He's looking at the elf.
I look at him. Hey you! in deep speech or giant. I don't know what the fuck he speaks.
He doesn't seem to respond. It's like a blood fury has gotten over him, and he's focused on that elf. On Sarah, at
I'm gonna-
least.
Up. This is his downfall. Oh, I don't have fire rune anymore, right? I have interception,
sure.
shield master. Oh, I can just burst him. Big battle
Right.
axe swings.
Nice.
Absolutely
Nice.
misses. Also misses. Wait, no, you have an advantage because he's restrained. How long does it last?
Didn't he pass?
Oh yeah, he passed last time. Yeah, so it's gone.
Oh, I should have said he didn't pass. God damn.
All right.
Should I just? I don't want to waste.
Action search.
This is bonus, right? This is bonus. I can't use shield master. I don't want to action search. I'm just here for the. I just giant smite. A giant smite for the 5 feet. Of.
Yeah. I got you, bro.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
for now. For now.
As now the brown bear, like right in front of you, kind of starts like wondering what's happening to it. You see it kind of move in every direction, hit like the buildings to its left, hit the building to its right, and it will pass its turn.
Ho.
But
This is the save.
Constitution saving
he is
throw.
going to make a Constitution saving throw, and he fails.
Oh my god.
Bear doesn't know what's going on, but it's trying to like smell out into the open and see where he can go. This is for the next turn.
Perception. Oh.
13.
Does he smell us?
He does not smell you. He's like searching out, and he can smell smoke and everything. He
Oh,
cannot find you.
nice.
Question.
Huge delay.
Can I go under Edros? He's big, right?
Yes, you can.
Alright.
He's a size larger than you, so you can go under him.
Can you hide under me? I don't think you can.
Oh.
Only halflings can.
No. I'm just trying to wait. He's 50 feet, by the way.
Oh, he just passed by him. He slapped his face.
Wait. And I attack the dude. The general dude.
All right,
God
let's see it.
damn.
One has sharpshooter. One doesn't.
All right, make sure you tick it if it's not sharpshooter.
Wait.
So it's sneak attack as well. One of the attacks
Yeah.
is sneak attack.
The one that hits a sneak attack. Does this hit?
Ooh.
That will miss.
Damn.
Then
Wait,
I
why
would
is it a
remove-
-3?
Yeah, why is it a -3?
Oh, because he has a
The
+2
sharpshooter
from fighting
archer.
style.
Archery.
Right.
So
Smart.
it's 14, right? That's 14.
Yeah, that will miss.
Yeah, 14 will miss. You still have one more.
Yep.
Come on, I believe in you.
There's my pew.
Oh, 16.
That will hit,
Oh, it's
and it's exactly
16.
its AC, so it's a glancing blow as the arrow flies through and hits the shoulder armor of this orc. 12 points of damage. Halved,
6.
so that's only 6.
Ooh.
Then I move 10 more feet.
Oh, this guy.
Alright, so
It's
that's your
moving all the
go.
way. All
The
around.
creature down here is going to continue attacking Juzzo. So there's one behind, spiritual weapon.
Actually, I will Halo of Spores him.
Alright, do it.
Let me just do this again.
Let me just cast
What
it.
does it
It's
need
a
to do?
1d6
Constitution saving throw.
save.
It passes.
Yep, passes right on the
Spiritual
mark.
weapon and his spear. Spiritual weapon hits you for this much.
I'm going to
Yeah, the spear goes through with a
I'm going
bit
to
of this as
intercept.
well.
go intercept here.
So it's 14 plus 3.
I'm gonna intercept the
17.
spear first.
Alright, go ahead and intercept it.
1d20 plus 3. No, not 1d20,
So
bruh.
it's 17 plus 6.
So 1d10, right? Let me check again. 1d10 plus 3. 11. Ah,
So that's only what 6. So it's 12 damage
6
total
plus
on you.
12 damage.
Oh, so,
Oh, look at that damage reduction.
yeah, I can't use
That's
Very
Cloud
good.
now.
As the war chief now, with everything that he has, starts running down to Sarah.
I can't. I don't have reaction, unfortunately.
And he begins shouting something in Orc. Why must you stop us? What have you to gain?
Woman, women.
And
Wait,
yeah,
what's
that's
happening?
he was talking to you.
Oh, I back. I am back. What did you say? What did you say?
He said, "Why must he stop? Why must you stop us? What have you to gain in Orcish?"
I don't know. You seem like the bad guys.
You see, it's a racist. That's quite racist.
Hey
No,
yo,
because no, it's
You
not
seem
racist.
like the
'Cause-
bad guys.
No, because they were dragging someone they
Yeah.
forcefully.
One is glancing cast.
one is a glancing blow, so that is plus a
Can't
d8.
help. Already intercepted. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
That is what 21.
Maybe it's better to use Cloud Rune first. And then
Half of
intercept that.
21 rounded up.
So I got 10. 11.
Sorry, what?
11.
Yep,
Minus
11.
11.
Saving cloud runes for big hits. I'm sorry, I can't really help
As-
you.
Wait,
Every
wait,
hit's a
did,
big hit, just saying.
did someone did Edros got opportunity attack? Question mark?
No, he used his reaction already.
Oh, that's fine.
Fortunately, to save Jazo.
That's fine.
You,
That's fine.
you went away 5 feet away from me, so I can't really do
And
anything.
Aldrin still has not been healed all throughout this entire combat.
I cannot see him.
Man, I wish we had a healer. If
Where's our cleric?
Aldrin, Death Roll Part 2.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh,
That's
wow.
another save. As Juzzo, it is now your go once more.
All right, I didn't think of my turn before anything happened, but I am going to. Well, there's nothing much I can do. I'm gonna swing at them. Actually, I'll turn into dog.
Oh, what the dog doing?
Oh
Yo,
god.
yo,
this work?
question. Can you cast spells where you're a dog?
Nope, I have to be level 18.
Alright,
Ah.
you transform into a wolf.
That's it. That's his
now,
turn. Goddamn.
That's actually my turn. Turn
He
into
just
dog.
heal. He can just heal.
No, he can't see. He can't see.
I can't
see.
see, I can't
it's too,
see.
It's too
Oh
dark.
yeah, cause are you? Oh.
It is now Edros. It is your go.
Ah. Is Sarah fine?
Yeah, I'm fine. I got this, I think.
How hurt is he? Is he hurt? Like,
Not so much.
oh, well, not too long, I guess. I wanna burst on him. Battle axe.
Don't worry, I
Battle
can
axe.
try to fight
Oh, my rolls are pretty bad today. Yes, does anyone hit? Does one hit, Cass? 15?
Yeah, the 15 will hit. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah,
No,
that's-
the 15 does not hit.
Oh, really? Did you action surge? It's a waste of. I'll shove him.
this. Out of character again. If you get Halaldrin, do you get unconscious? Do you get conscious?
Yes, he wakes up with an injury, but he is conscious.
You can fight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Uh,
interception. Wait. Wait, no, the shove. Where's the shove? Shield Master, it is.
Uh-huh. You shove him, and he has to make a... what is this thing that he has to make?
I don't know how shove works.
Alright.
Oh, how does shove work? Can you?
You make a strength against their strength or acrobatics. So,
Alright, big strength, 17 boy. Beat that.
he has to beat that. So, he has to roll higher, or equal to 17.
Equal or higher.
Oh.
Ooh, barely. He got shoved,
Nice.
boy. Big shove.
Where are you shoving him off to here?
Off to here.
How far can you shove? 10 feet?
5.
Oh, so over here.
There.
Oh.
That's 2 damage. Poggers.
Got, what, why?
Just saying. You know, I don't have
Time
anything to do.
for the brown bear to start sniffing the air. And he, wow, this time around though, he's like sniffing around and he can smell one particularly fishy smell.
Oh.
As he makes his way down towards you, he kind of bumps into your leg for a quick moment, and then when he does that, you hear him kind of groan. Do you do anything?
I growl back.
What?
It goes to slash you with its
Yep.
claws.
Dude, pretend that you're dead when there's a bear. No.
Pretend you're dead. That's like a bear.
It's blind as well, so it won't
Just-
know.
It's
Just do what
blind,
Aldrin doing, man.
so
It's blind. Yes, this
a
disadvantage.
disadvantage on attack rolls. So this is his claw and bite. Oh wow, with disadvantage!
Damn.
All of those hit.
I wanna
Even with
Bro.
disadvantage.
test the damage. I'll take it.
This is for the bite. This is for the claw, which is glancing. So 3. So
Not
10
bad,
damage
10.
total.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
Con save for, yeah, right. Con save. He fails.
He's blind
Failing.
That's a
permanently.
good bear.
God, but he's still hitting. That's so annoying.
Choo choo.
Sarah, your go.
Bro, just heal him, please. God damn.
I go here. Cure wounds on this guy.
Oh, you have
Alright.
cure
Oh,
wounds?
yes, cure wounds. Wow.
Wow, cure wounds.
Our healer. We don't have a healer. Do
We
we?
do. It's Jozo.
It's Jaza.
It's
He's
the
not
best
really a
healer
healer.
we can get right now.
The healer he can't
Uh,
even heal because he's a dog.
Yeah,
Sarah,
can't heal.
how much do you heal for? Oh, why did
Oh.
that?
Sneak.
You wait. You cast it at a higher level.
Sneakily here.
Yeah, I cast it at a higher level.
How many
That's
spell
10.
slots do you have?
It's what? I have
How
2.
many spell slots? Okay.
All right. So he has.
No, I already
10 healing.
used pass without trace, so I have no cure wounds anymore. By the way.
All right. So you have 10 healing on you.
That's 9 HP now.
You're up and make sure. No, it's
Not to die.
10. It's 10
No,
HP.
I was -1.
No. It doesn't work like that.
Oh,
Just because you're negative HP, it full heals you for the amount still.
Dankeschön.
Bye.
But you heal for 10 and you mark off in your sheet. Do you have the thingy on? I don't think you have it on. Go to your gear section.
Yep.
And turn on the exhaustion tracker in your
How
character
is
sheet.
that? Right? I don't know how to do it.
The gear in the right beside spells.
Oh, what do I put for? It doesn't say anything else.
Really, right beside the spells?
I don't know how to add the 1, 2, 3 thing.
What are you talking? No, I'm talking about the exhaustion tracker.
Yeah, I know. I can't find it.
Did you turn it on?
Are you clicking the one beside the spells? The gear beside the spells?
Yes. Oh wait, gear beside the spells.
Gear.
Yeah, in
click the
your
gear one.
core
Click thing.
page,
Click settings.
there's a gear right above your personality traits. Core, bio, spells, and there's a gear button there. Scroll down to on the right hand side. Scroll down. There should be exhaustion tracker somewhere there.
General
It
options.
says
1, 2,
yeah,
3,
show
4,
exhaustion
5, 6.
tracking off. Click
6
that
from below.
to on. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
6 from below.
From general options, yeah, you just mark that on and go back to your core page and then pick put a level on exhaustion.
Okay.
It says exhaustion level there now.
Yeah. It's
Exhaustion 7. What's
Ooh.
exhaustion 7? Death.
yeah. So just tracking on.
Yeah, go to your core page.
Below your hit dice, you should see
Below your
another
hit
bar
dice,
there.
there should
There
be a
it
new
is.
bar there.
Gotcha. There it is.
All right. So now you have that marked. Sarah, anything else you like to do? And also, why are you below Aldrin?
What do you mean?
Ayo.
What do you mean I'm below Aldrin?
Oh, you're
I'm not below
above.
Aldrin.
Okay, that kind of bugged out. Anyways, anything else you like to do?
Nope, I can't do anything. That's my action.
All right. With him
Man,
being
I
free,
see my damage window.
everything
Halo
is
Sport-
looking quite bad. Yeah, he starts his turn there, so you can Halo Spores.
Yeah, but I'm dog. Can I still do that? I mean, yeah, I think I can.
Smelly
You
dog.
should.
It's just spores that are around me. It doesn't
Actually,
say
does
anything
spores
about.
affect this scent?
I don't think it
Can you
does. It's
smell
invisible
spores?
even.
Can you roll?
There's
Can you check
no.
your smarts?
Aren't they?
There's no
allergic?
scent.
Harmless, invisible. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think you can.
I think-
What does he have to roll?
Constitution. I think I
Save.
can do this while
Save.
dog since it's just spores around me.
Yeah, there's
Does that
invisible
pass?
spores. Yeah.
It
no, that-
has-
No, it fails.
doesn't.
It fails.
It
I-
fails.
fails.
16.
All right.
16,
And
right?
as it does,
1d6.
He comes back into the fray.
Whee!
Max damage 1d6.
Holy. Yeah, he is starting to look a bit more wounded, but not as much as the actual orc war chief down below.
I think the orc watch is gonna go on. Haldren is dead.
And he's
I'm here to
going
intercept.
to spear and spiritual weapon.
I'm not
That
gonna
is a
intercept. Sorry,
crit.
My
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna intercept. I'm not gonna intercept. I'm gonna cloud.
Any-
Jozo,
here.
are you holding a weapon of sorts? You are not. You're a wolf. This just
I'm
goes
not.
through.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
cloud rune the spear, please.
All right, where do you put it on?
On
Chief.
the chief.
The chief, please.
All right, this goes on to the chief. That is 20
20
damage. The chief looks considerably wounded. He looks like he's about to fall over,
what about
and
the
very
spiritual
little remains
thing?
of him. But the spiritual weapon also goes through. That's 6
Six
points
force.
of
Alright.
damage.
26. I'm
Huh?
still dog.
You're still dog.
What the dog doing?
Good luck, Aldrin.
Being dog.
Hopefully you miss this because I can't save you from this.
It's fine. I can just get my
As-
death save throws.
The war chief will run.
Wait, if it
Here-
hits, does it count? Does he do extra damage because of the? Oh, wait, no, never mind. Never mind.
Huh?
Wrong word. Never mind.
cannot see
And
this
he
mark.
will push you aside.
He just pushes you. He's going to the elf.
Aldrin, go and make me a strength or acrobatics. I mean, not strength. Strength saving throw or dex saving throw against his strength.
I'm gonna shove you. God damn. Mm.
Oh, I
It's
think lost.
disadvantage too, so it wouldn't have gone through.
Yeah,
No,
so
it's an ability check. Never mind. But yeah,
he
so-
shoves you forward. 5 feet.
Then,
like this.
Yep. How far did he already run? How much was that earlier? 20 feet, 30 feet.
Whoosh. Six damage, right?
No, he just pushes you.
Come on, man.
yo, I think I'm
That's
as
kinda rude.
popular as this other alpha lady. Damn.
As now, Aldrin, it's your go.
Wait, doesn't yeah, Cloud.
I'm big. I
Big
can't hit.
mistake. He's like where he's running towards Sarah, right?
No, he looks like he's about to get on the bear.
Ooh.
Oh well, your efforts are futile. Hopefully, I'm ready. My black steel hand axe, and I'm just like, I don't need to throw it since he's right in front of me. So I just give it.
Yeah, you
I-
can
I
just
give
slash in front of you.
A rare swing,
A rare,
Wow.
regular swing.
a swing and a miss.
Wow.
Damn.
And he's right in front of you. You're a bit like wounded, and you try and swing, and it's a bit too slow. He just moves slightly away from you.
I do it again. Extra attack.
All right, let's see it. That
This one
one hits.
Not that much.
Isn't this no? That's your black steel. I thought you were using your faulty.
No, this is an extra attack. So
Extra
All right.
attack.
Yeah, that
It's
hits,
one.
and
He rolled
he
a
is
one.
so he's like falling over as he's trying to get on top of the bear.
Please just kill him.
blow.
Woo!
With
Please.
disadvantage on damage. With disadvantage on damage.
Ah, that's two.
No, it doesn't matter. You cut him down.
It's a 1
He
HP.
falls to the ground, and only
And
now
I-
the bear remains.
And I spit on
No.
him.
No, not the bear. There's still
There's
one
also
more.
one
Cass.
more. He sees that. He looks afraid.
Oh, like Elden Ring?
Tuy.
Bro.
Estimates.
Spit
This
on him, and
this guy has only played Elden Ring in his entire life.
Elden Ring? Elden Ring?
Elden
And
Ring?
now I just run all the way.
Oh, you're running away? You're running away?
Oh, you're
Like
running
Elden
away?
Like in like patches from Elden Ring?
Bye-bye. Have a great time.
Yo.
All right.
Yo.
You just
Still
left.
hiding.
Hopefully
Juzzo.
someone ambushes you.
Well, if I get ambushed, I get ambushed.
I will do the only thing a dog can do at the moment. Bite.
It's only one bite, right? It's only one bite.
Yep, just one bite, so that's a...
Don't you
that's
have
fine.
something
1d20
else along
plus
with you, like
four.
pack
Nope.
tactics or something? I remember you having that.
That's just passive. That lets me... What do you call this?
Isn't that important,
Advantage
though?
on attack rolls if there's more wolves around me.
Oh, no other wolves. It needs to be
Nope,
wolves.
no. It has to be wolves.
I thought it was allies. Oh well.
Whoa, 5.
Actually, you're right! I just read it again. Wolves
Man,
allies.
you're kind of dumb.
You kind
whatever, I got-
you have advantage.
Advantage, so just 2d20, right?
Yeah, you just roll with normal with advantage.
Normal with advantage, yeah.
I have to do 1d20 plus...
Yeah, that's a
20
9.
plus
Uh-huh.
4.
Another one.
Oh.
14 will miss.
Even with
Sad
advantage,
dog
you're
life.
Even with advantage, you're kind of garbage.
You
Yeah,
try
this
and
dog.
bite the orc in front of you, and he just kind of moves out and kind of puts his arm in between you. You just biting along down his like fur armor. Edros, it is your go.
Well, I look at this guy. I want to try to save Joseph first, so attack him with my big battle axe.
That will hit. That
Nice,
will
one hit.
miss.
One hit. That's that's a crit. That's 10 damage.
10 damage. You start cutting him down, and he looks slightly more wounded now.
That's where
This
I
guy's a
action
tanky.
surge. Roar, 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 roar.
One will hit.
9
That's
damage.
9 damage. This you just keep chunking away at him. You keep cutting up his armor, and now he looks like he's in the fray of just falling apart.
And then, as a bonus action, a big shove. Bang! Strength. Strength.
He will
Oh,
not. He
9.
will willingly
Oh.
just allow you to push him.
Oh, it's 2 damage.
You good?
Minus 2. Brown bear turn.
Can I use my reaction because he kind of moved 10 feet around me?
No, it's a displacement.
Brown bear.
But the brown bear starts his turn. So does he have to roll Constitution at the end of his turn, or does it start?
At the end.
Can I wait, Cass?
I think.
I didn't say this, but can I shove him like on the wall instead?
That will not do much. You just shove him on the wall. He just comes right
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I'll just shove him in the wall. Because you know,
Just free 2 damage.
hopefully I can get a concussion.
Bonk.
No, I'm hoping for a if he gets down, I can we can interrogate.
Yeah.
The bear now, with what little he can do, kind of continues smelling out, seeing if he can go for anyone.
Sniff, sniff.
Juzzo,
16.
if you attack the bear, do they remove does the blindness get removed or no?
No, it's a thing that just stays.
Yeah, the bear just continues kind of clawing and biting at anything in front of him. And
Including
both of these
allies?
are made
Doesn't
with
work.
disadvantage.
Ooh, one is a glancing.
One is glancing. He'll claw away, and he has to make a Constitution saving throw. That's 12 damage on Edros.
6.
Glancing.
No, glancing. 6.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so it's
12
half.
already. Damn.
Big boy time.
Oh, he's
Oh,
still
no, it's
he's
just
still stupid.
Sarah.
He's still stupid.
He's blinded, so I have advantage on attacks.
Do you?
Do you? Yeah, you do.
Because
Everyone has.
he can't see me. They can see me.
Everyone has
I'm gonna
advantage on anyone that's blinded.
I'm gonna use my sharpshooter on
Do they?
this guy.
I don't know actually. I'm not a
I have
DM.
sneak attack, right?
Yes, because Edros is there.
Ooh, that's pretty big.
Yeah, that will
21.
hit
15. It's pretty
15
good.
points. You just absolutely cut him down, and he almost with just one shot, blood starts pouring out of that arrow wound. Second time goes around.
You roll one for sneak again.
Wait,
Yep.
run for sneak. How much is that? 16?
One.
Oh, wait.
16, yeah.
Now the bear looks like it's about to just fall over. 2 arrows on his right hind leg, and he looks like he's bleeding out now.
And I should get Great Weapon Master. This is really good. I remember.
No, he did. He did.
It did.
It's a
It's a
six.
He did?
6.
Oh, I
it's
did.
right there.
Oh, there you go.
Then I end my turn. I can't do much.
All right.
I
Now
can't do
this
much, I'm
guy
just biting.
will disengage. And how long does
Bye.
this wall last?
Oh yeah, I got hit. Can I roll con save actually?
You got hit a bunch of times. So
I'll roll 3 times. Is that fair?
no, I believe you got hit twice by the bear, another 2 times, one from the orc, 5 times.
5 times. If I roll at least 1 fail, that will drop the wall. Okay. Is it fair or does it just drop now because I forgot?
Yeah, roll if you roll a fail, yeah.
Well,
Damn! Plus
Still
7.
Consistent.
one more for the shaking, you know.
But he can't even run past the wall anyway. He's just there.
Load there.
Nice.
But
Oh, he sees you.
he sees you now, and he will try and just run past you. But Aldrin, it is your go.
Where is he?
Right.
Oh, he's running away.
I return. 40 feet of movement, so that's here. Beside the dead orc war chief. And I point towards this bear. It's an
Which can't see.
advantage since it's yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's absolutely like blind. It cannot see anything.
I am sorry, but here it is.
What are you doing? Should advance. Oh,
13 will hit.
What? What? Really?
Really?
Is that a
Yeah.
glancing?
No, it's not a glancing. It just hits.
What?
I
You
don't
just-
mind.
I don't mind that as well. Oh god damn!
And you cut straight through this bear's face, and he falls down onto the ground. Blood spills in every direction. He's dead.
I can't expect him to have a lot
I
of AC.
Wait, but you
I will, as it dies, spores will surround its body and fungal infestation.
Oh, what's this?
Ooh. Use your
Small or
action to
medium?
animate it, causing it to stand up with 1 hit point. It's now a Juzzo zombie.
Wait, is it? Okay, I'm sorry.
Just
if
a
it
zombie
breaks,
bear.
I'm sorry if it breaks your fun, but is it small or medium?
Let me look at that.
Yeah, oh,
I'm pretty sure it's
you're
not.
right. It's a bear though, right? So
It's
it
large
should be
beast.
more
Yep.
than large.
but it does
So it's dead. It's just dead.
Yep,
It's just that I'm
it
sorry
isn't
to
zombie.
clarify.
Like,
That's right.
you, like you see it, like cover the entire. The spores kind of cover the entire bear. It stands up for 1 second and then dies immediately.
No.
Right, I point at the straggler, like, you're next. But it's with disadvantage, so I will roll for that.
All
It
right.
is the extra attack.
Why do you have disadvantage?
Because it's out of my normal range, it's 20 feet.
All right. Did you roll? This is a 17. Yeah, 17 will hit. Passes through. You cut him down, and it is exactly his HP. You just
Bro.
throw it through. It passes in between its torso, crosses, and it comes right back into his face and into your hand. As combat has ended.
Okay, Juzzo on dogs.
Reverse back.
With that,
That's
Noise.
Edros and Biggs.
with that, let's just do a quick roundup since it's already pretty late. But all around, as you kind of gather up the bodies, you find what seemingly is on them. Let me do this real quick.
Yeah, I want to loot the bear as well. If you're
The bear does not have anything on him. He
No,
doesn't
like-
even have like proper barding or anything.
no, like teeth or something.
I see.
Teeth, claws, materials.
Ah, all right. You're going to like get
The pelt
like
as well,
grab them
also
for
pelt.
parts and stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a survival check for the teeth and survival check for the other parts.
You want to
Actually,
help?
can I also get the pelt?
I-
I'll try carving the pelt actually.
Yeah, who wants to do what, and
Ah.
you can roll for it.
I can
can
help
help each other.
survival.
I'm not very good at doing this, so
I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right.
I
So
don't know.
Sarah and Aldrin, both of you can roll.
Yeah. Can I unbig myself?
Yeah, you
Advantage
can
question,
unbig
right?
yourself.
Then while you guys do that, now I'll talk to the woman.
Wait, is it
No,
advantage or not?
you're rolling normal. Both of you are rolling normal since no one's helping each other.
Wait,
I know,
so
I was
it's
gonna help
two.
him.
I thought you were doing it on your own because you're doing something different. You're doing the hide, right?
Okay.
He was
I'll do
doing the
pelt
teeth.
then. Yeah, I'll do the pelt. I'll do the hide.
So I need to roll twice, right? Because it's different.
That's
No,
20,
it's
that's
only once since you're
That's
doing
20.
the teeth. So it's a 7 for you. You managed to take what looks like three bear teeth, and for the pelt, you easily cut through with your black steel hand axe, which just kind of almost like cleans it for you. Like it cleans the hair almost instantly. No need for you to do that somewhere with a
Nice.
a long time, and you grab a bit of
heavy is that?
bear
I want-
fur. It's 5
Ideally, I want it
pounds.
for a coat. Is that enough for a coat?
With the entire bear, yes, it's enough for one coat.
Nice. Okay, I'll add it to your.
You can literally cut holes through it, and you can already use that thing. But it will stink.
That'd be pretty scuffed. Actually, I can't carry it. I turned to Edros. Edros, could you carry this?
Oh, you see me flirting with the woman. Go back. Oh, bad.
It's 5 pounds. Just put it in your thing. And then
5
as you do
pounds?
that, yeah, 5 pounds.
Bear pelt, right? Bear
Yeah.
pelt.
As you do, I go back to my turn. I lean on the wall.
I thought you have already the other guy. Come on.
Actually, no, wait. I
I
need
thought
to
you're
know.
bi.
All right,
thought
who
you're
are you?
bi.
Speak up.
Before that, let me just roll real quick for some stuff. You find on this entire group 11 gold pieces.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I'll take the loot because I manage the money.
secretary. I will handle the finances.
But as you ask the elf what she was doing here, she responds about how their village was attacked and raided by these orcs, whom took the people of the village by surprise, taking them far north to the mountains, to the Cold Harbor Mountains.
Can I insight check
Uh,
that?
Go ahead.
Can we all insight check that?
I'm not.
I'll let only one, and the rest of you can help if you want.
Can I?
Okay,
I'm not
can someone help
helping.
then?
I'm just
Can
standing with
I
the
help?
bear.
Yeah,
can
just
I
help
try-
Me, just help me.
Can,
I have good insight. I am a small.
I have
Aldrin,
better
go
insight.
ahead.
Ooh, can I have
Yeah,
his
but
helmet?
Aldrin already
Can I not-
rolled, so
Can I not get his
I'll roll
helmet?
again, right? Do I
it's
roll again?
broken down. Yeah, you can roll again for insight.
Can I wash
Yeah, you can-
myself in the water?
you can-
I wanna
you can,
wash
like,
myself
fix-
in the water.
No, the water's already gone. You said so.
No, I want to wash myself in the water.
No, you don't get the water.
You're gonna get the hypothermia and die. by
She
the way.
she
No, I'm
said,
not.
Aldrin, you're not quite sure if she's lying or not, but you do sense a hint of something kind of missing.
Not the full truth.
I say it doesn't seem you're telling the full truth.
She kind of turns back to you. She tells you to get her someplace safer, then she'll explain better.
No, you're not the one to make the bargains here.
Oh my.
Yo,
Aggressive.
do we? I think it's not a good idea to threaten someone who's like,
We are not threatening her. We are giving her a choice. We've killed all these orcs here for to save you, so you better give us an explanation.
I mean, why are you being like forced to drag down somewhere? I guess. Who are you? Are you someone of importance? So
Exactly.
And with nothing to hide this time around, she tells you that she works for the mines, and they discovered just recently a large stash of mana steel. And that is where we end our session for today.
Like how you guys are just there and I'm playing house with this general.
Yeah,
Dad, you're sleeping again.
Hey, that's kind of morbid. But with
Yo.
that being said, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the session. I hope you guys had fun. Any questions, comments, concerns?
we need a healer. We need a healer.
Yeah, we need a
a healer. We need a healer.
We need more reliable healing. I'm just gonna put that out there. You know.
I can't.
I
I
guess
don't want to.
we won't get level up, right?
That
Also, just
yeah,
letting
no
you
level
know-
up.
Nah,
Just letting
it's
you know,
fine.
I'm very weak in combat. I'm like versatile, I guess, with my range. But other than that, I'm very weak.
I shoot
Same.
and kill.
Yeah, you're the one who does the most damage. You're like the best in combat, I think, aside from Edros. You get the biggest damage dealer.
Yeah,
For
but
that.
I have heal for myself supposedly, but
Thank you,
I-
thank you.
I will lose my DPS window.
Most
but
of my
yeah.
benefits to the party are out of combat, aka secretary.
Which has
Secretary.
worked for the most part. You know, he's literally made like weapons and shit for you guys. So hey yo,
Wait,
out of
wait,
combat,
look-
Aldrin indispensable.
I look at
In
I look
combat,
at the
literally
orc
useless.
general. I look at the orc general. He does not look back at me. I'm sad.
He's already dead. All right, that's where we end the session recording.
Nice.
Goodbye.